All right, podcast live. I just sent that over to you.
You did that? You sent this.
Sent over to a lead.
Hey, good work, John. You're doing great,
Sent
man.
that shit, man. Sent that shit.
Get some.
Do I have a hat here?
You gonna put the hat on first?
Yes, sir.
Nigga, somebody buy this nigga a hat rack for his birthday or something. Nigga. This
This
nigga just has hats just wandering around.
You got a spare hat
several
back there?
different hats.
Do I have a spare hat? Let me check.
You got a spare hat back there?
No spare hats, man.
Man, I'm down.
You should buy like two different, like every
I've had
time you
like-
buy a hat, just buy two
down
of
to
them.
People just send me hats. I don't buy hats. People just send them to me.
You're blessed.
Yeah.
Anyway, yo, shout out to my podcast people. We here with another episode of Peer to Peer Podcast. On my left, I have my co-host Angel Zero. Say what up.
Hi.
Okay. Behind the producer desk, we got producer John. Say what up.
Going on. I finally got a ring light. Like I don't look like a bed bug or like a nigga under the bed creeping to jump out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like every time you like a bed bug, niggas think I'm darker than what I am.
Yeah.
So when they see me in person, like,
But you are dark skin.
Nah, I'm not that dark.
What?
I'm not that dark.
It's the opposite, actually. Someone today looked at you and said, damn, he's dark.
Yeah, it is 90 degrees.
Yeah.
What does that got to do with you being dark, nigga?
I went like 3 shades today.
You went through, oh, that's crazy.
I went 3
Okay,
shades.
all right.
Because I had my hair up. I had no do-rag on.
Oh,
so.
Three shades darker is crazy.
I know it is,
in
right?
2 hours outside.
In 2 hours.
It was
is
hot,
cool.
though. It was hot.
I know it was hot, but
was hot.
three shades is kind of
It
crazy.
was asking where you was at, but I told him it was an athletic event.
I actually didn't get invited. I didn't get invited.
It was an athletic event. Yeah.
No, but then also,
There was a public invite to everybody.
when? Where?
Online.
Where?
On the internet. It happened on the internet.
What site?
All of them.
I don't have.
Wait, so Dean, your best friend didn't tell
that
you?
nigga never swung me an invite.
That's cap.
When did you swing me an invite?
The guy who's on Twitter all day didn't see the posts. Cap.
Over the past 2 days happened because I've been uploading a bunch on my second channel.
Oh, you been grinding.
So that's what I was thinking. That's why I didn't invite him.
Oh, you
Because
been working. You
I
been
ain't
on your
like, this
purpose.
nigga, this KD trade is
You
teasing
been on
the
your
fuck out of me. No
purpose.
cap, bro.
yeah.
I see you. You doing big things.
Facts. Also, we have a special guest. Say what up, my brother.
What's up?
I guess.
My name is
Jahkoy?
Jahkoy, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so that's the better way to say it.
yeah.
So R&B of you.
What's up, Jahkoy? We live. What's going on?
Hey, Jahkoy, it's fantastic to finally see you. Well, I've seen you a few times before, but at least on the podcast set with cameras in front of us.
This is my first time meeting Jahkoy.
Blessing, man. But it's a blessing to thanks for having me.
Oh yeah, of course, 100%. So, do you want to introduce yourself to the people real quick? Let them know what you do, who you are.
Yeah, I'm Jahkoy. I'm from Toronto, born and raised. I'm an artist, producer, engineer, and yeah, man, I make great music.
You're an engineer.
Yes, I
Can
engineer.
you help me with
produce.
my cipher? We're doing an A&P cipher.
Yeah.
No troll. I actually need help.
Are you
Oh, for
paying
sure.
him?
Yeah,
Are
let's
you
get it.
paying
Let's
him?
talk
Are you
about it,
paying
bro.
him? Are you paying him?
No, I'm gonna scam him like I'm a horrible human. Like,
I'm just asking.
Of course.
We gotta establish that.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah. What the hell?
Nah, some people do
You
get
said it
scammed.
like I have a track record of not paying the people.
Oh, no, you don't. But I just want to establish that because niggas get scammed.
All the time.
Yeah,
And those people.
especially in the music industry, they get scammed a lot.
Yeah, it's,
Okay,
it's hard as an artist, bro. Especially independent artists, it's not easy,
Yeah.
bro.
See?
Yeah, but I'm not one of them, so don't double check with me, bro.
Establishing it, man. I'm just establishing it.
Okay, that's cool. So let's start from the beginning. Like, how long have you been doing music for?
I've been doing music since I was about 13. I'm 28 now.
Damn.
And, yeah, so
You on dick.
yeah,
That's
I was
crazy.
doing music for a minute.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I started as a rapper, actually. I was rapping for a minute, and then I made the transition over to singing back in 2014.
How do you decide at the
about
age
to
of
say-
13, like, this is it for me? I'm gonna be an artist.
You know what's so crazy? I didn't have that thought because I was actually I was playing basketball, and I was on the starting lineup
Where did you
at my school.
Where did you go to school?
I went to actually the 4 different high schools, actually.
God damn.
Yeah, I was moving around a lot because I was getting in trouble and stuff. But I went to school in Toronto. I went
Was it bad boy?
to
What end?
pardon?
You was a bad boy?
Bro, I was getting in trouble. I
Why do you-
was not that I was a bad boy. I was like I constantly.
You don't have to say that.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just got caught up in the wrong crowds.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was
Oh, so
friends
you
with
were
people.
a bad boy. Okay.
You was hanging around bad boys.
Yeah, no, the thing is, I would never get caught doing some shit. I'd be caught with the people doing some shit.
Associated.
You know what I mean?
That's
And so
crazy.
that's where I would fall in.
They would expel all you guys?
Yeah, they because it's like nobody's gonna rat anyone out, right? So it's like we all just take the fall and then they separate us.
But
bring
you
us to
kept
different-
associating with wrong people at each high school?
Nah, so look, the first no. So
So
this
you
is
was
what
a
happened,
good
bro. I
guy
swear to
around
God,
bad guys, but picked up the bad guys mentality, so you never
Nah, it seemed like that. It seemed that way, but the first time it was a real. I was like kind of involved, and then the second time it was like, bro, I wasn't.
What were you involved in?
You want niggas snitch on herself? What the hell?
No, but like if it's
Nah,
like,
you know what's
is
so
it
crazy?
something light?
Yeah. It's like, cause I mean, I grew up from poverty, right? So it's like we try to find ways to like buy Jordans and stuff like that. So I went to like a prominently, I would say, rich school in high school. I went to all guys school, right? And it was like a lot of kids with money and shit. Kids who driving to school. It was like we taking the bus still, right?
Yeah.
So we I don't think this is not gonna incriminate me. I hope it's not. But we used to,
What the fuck are you doing?
but we used to
GTA, right?
yeah. So basically, yo, we used to steal Blackberries when Blackberries was hot, right? Dudes, they used to leave their Blackberries around and stuff, just leave them in class, whatever.
Idiots, those guys.
Yeah, and so then we
Hey,
just
how are you 28? What are you?
huh?
Blackberries is back in the day. Back then.
Yeah, I was in high school. We was high
No,
school.
when you were
Nigga, when I was in high school, we still on iPhones.
Yeah.
Damn.
Nah, Blackberry. When I was in high school, Blackberry was it, bro.
yeah, it was for me too.
Blackberry pen. Everyone was on BBM. That was the thing, right?
BlackBerry Messenger.
Yep.
Yeah, you know.
Bitbreaker.
Yeah.
My mom used to
I think it was
have
like
a phone.
after I graduated is when everyone like started
Yeah,
getting on
facts.
iPhones and shit.
Yeah.
Dang, y'all
At
must
like
have been high.
2013 around that era, right? That's when
BlackBerry
Nah,
was
when I was in
BlackBerry
school-
was the business phone back then. Like,
2009, 2010 around
I
that
know,
era.
but when I was in school, people were using iPhones.
Oh, for sure.
like the original iPhones.
Yeah, like one of the first like.
Bro, I don't know too many people with those.
That's crazy.
'Cause we had iPods. So we had an iPod, and then if you had money, you
know,
had a
but-
BlackBerry.
Nah,
Yeah.
but the ones
What'd
you
you
want
learn
to
from
steal
the bad
was
boys?
the iPhone.
What they teach you that you appreciate?
How wait? Did you used to steal them when like niggas went to gym and they used to leave their
Yeah,
stuff
they
in the
used to
locker?
leave it around like just shit like
They used
shit
to
like
leave it
that.
in the
They used to
locker,
like
yeah.
leave it around free, just like
Yeah.
oh yeah, it's all cool and stuff. And then
So you
me
were
and
like the
homies were
BlackBerry bandit.
I swear to God.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Why don't you gotta swear
just-
that? You just say yes and no. to that question.
Nah, because it was really bad.
Oh man.
So
It was bad, bro.
was there like paranoia building in the school? They're like, people's Blackberries are going missing.
Yes. Yes. Bro, I got called to the office. I actually got arrested for the whole situation and
What?
stuff. Yeah, I was like 16 at the time, bro.
You used to keep them on you?
No, definitely not. As soon as I got it, I was sending it over to my homie, and my homie would deal with it, and then we split the money and whatever
Type shit.
And then
So basically, you was character building. You was teaching them kids to be self-aware and be responsible with their items. You know,
Yeah.
come on,
It's called security.
come on.
That's how I viewed it.
I got my DS stole at church.
I got my PSP stolen at
Something stolen at church is
Yeah,
crazy.
that is crazy. That is
That
crazy.
shit, the
It's
fuel
insane.
came back.
That's
The
crazy.
Lord said, "Keep it up."
All right, hold on, wait. So that's the first time. What happened the other 3 times?
My
So
DS
the other time, the other time, what happened was I had bought a phone from somebody, right? And it turned out to be a stolen phone.
Yeah, okay.
And then that's where I got caught up in that situation because of my prior situation. They thought it was the same.
thing, yeah.
And then I got caught up in that. And then,
At another school?
yeah, at another school.
You're just terrorizing all black
No, but I
users.
didn't. No,
You didn't even think, though.
because when I got in trouble for it the first time, I wasn't trying to do it again.
But how did the second school know of your criminal past?
They probably know.
Oh, that's because when they
Just
first
pass
start
it
you, they tell you, oh, why he's moving
Yeah.
here and what's going on with.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they tell you all
That's
that.
insane. Wow.
Yeah, it's insane.
Damn, you can't start clean at all.
Nah,
You already had that bad boy rep
It's a
over
public
your
school,
head.
right?
Nah, it's Catholic school.
Oh, okay, that makes
Yeah,
more
yeah.
sense. Okay.
I went to Catholic
Even
school.
in public though, they'll still pass along the information so they know why.
Man, that's wild.
So they can like prep, like just
Yeah,
in case.
Just in case I'm
just
like,
tell them like you just moved there. How'd they
Yeah.
know?
No, you're moving for a reason.
Yeah, like you just touched down in Toronto.
No, if
Yeah,
they didn't
nah.
get
You're new.
arrested, I mean, we're gonna tell why. He's,
How would the
Yeah.
second school know?
because
They do a background check in public schools?
No, so it'd be on my file at that
what's
point.
conviction? What niggas?
They're both in TDSB.
Yeah, TDCSB,
Catholic.
Toronto
Niggas just
District
saying
Catholic
letters,
School Board.
and I don't know what's going on.
Toronto
right now.
School Board, but the Catholic School Board.
The Catholic, the Catholic side.
Long story short, they do their hair as well. And so I know the second part that's more understandable because I've done it before. So what's the third thing you do? What, is the same? It's all connected to the same thing though. Like basically, in short, it all connected to you like dealing with.
All that stuff.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Right.
All the schools boys, just boys only.
Yeah, all guys school. But it
you
works
say
out in our
that
favor
first?
because like literally the way it's set up, so it's like an all guys school, and then around the corner would be the all girls school. So it's like a whole school full of girls, which is like way more girls than it would be if it was a co-ed school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Is that how the math works?
is fire.
Word?
That's how the math worked out in my mind. I was like, man, let's go to the all guys school because the other girls school was like right there.
The girls like the bad boys with the phones.
Say again?
The girls like the bad boys that had the extra Blackberries.
Of course, bro.
Yeah.
Pull out 2 Blackberries.
Come on.
They knew you was doing something on the radar.
It's funny as hell.
So when around this time, what type of inspiration you listening to? Like, or where are you getting your inspiration from, music wise?
At the time, I was listening to a lot of like Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne was hot, Fabulous, Cassidy. I listened to just a lot of rappers. 50 was hot too. I remember bumping Get Rich or Die Trying on my CD Walkman in high school, like at the time, right? I know people had like MP3s and stuff, but I was still using the
for sure,
CD
for sure.
Walkman and shit.
Old school.
And yeah, I listened to a lot of R&B too, a lot of old school R&B. Like I grew up on like, you know, I want to say B2K. You know,
I was about to say that, but I didn't want to try you.
Yeah, nah, B2K,
I listened to it too, you know.
like IMX, a lot of that stuff, and so that's where a lot of where my influence in my music come from. Honestly,
Did you ever rap about like your phone stealing addiction?
I rapped about a lot of stuff. I actually was listening to a folder with my old raps in it. And I was listening to how aggressive I was. I was saying some just ridiculous stuff, bro. As a kid, you just say ridiculous stuff. Like,
Yeah, I've heard low rap one time in a parking lot and put it on YouTube, and that shit was ridiculous. When I seen it, that shit was ridiculous.
A ridiculous. You're not saying ridiculously aggressive.
No, ridiculously
no.
just like
Bad?
yeah.
It wasn't, but you got it.
Okay, so cool. You're finding your own lane in music. You have your inspirations. I bet you're paying for like studio time or microphones or just something with your new hobby, your BlackBerry hobby.
Yeah.
Wait, are you?
I mean,
that is what you're doing in high school. Like you've already like established is what you want to do. And
No, so I was still figuring it out at the time because I was playing basketball.
Yeah.
Right, I was playing basketball. I was on the starting lineup.
What'd you play?
Pardon?
What'd you play?
Shooting guard, small forward.
Okay.
And yeah, I was consistent for the first 2 years, 9 and 10, before I had to first start at the new school. When I first started at the new school, I couldn't play basketball because they told me that I had to like wait a year or something like that.
Oh yeah, transfer.
And they like, yeah, you can't play for the whole year, whatever. And so it was trash. And that's when I ended up like really committing to music and stuff. And I spent a lot of time on it.
Were you on varsity in 9 and 10?
Nah, so they had like 9 and 10s play and then the 11 12s play. It was separated like that. So there was no varsity. I'm pretty sure like all 4 grades, right?
I don't remember it being there. There was some 9th graders in our school that were like, when they were really nice, they just played on the like the 11 and 12 team.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know if it was like that anywhere else.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's how it is here.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're 9th grade, you can play in the varsity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. So, are you upset? Because I mean, I had hoop dreams too. I know you wouldn't be able to tell, but that shit fell apart in 9th grade when I didn't make the second tryout. Yeah. Were you disappointed? What like did you guys had careers class in Catholic school?
Career class.
Yeah, it was called careers. You didn't have that? Oh, we had that in York region.
We had a co-op.
Oh, that's different.
So co-op is like they set you up with like a job somewhere, and you go and just see what like work life is.
So what were you thinking you were gonna do with your life in 11th and 12th grade? Basketball's kind of falling off for you.
Yeah, when basketball fell off, I knew that I still had music because when I started making music, it started as poetry, and I was learning Shakespeare, right?
Oh,
and
wow.
like his like stories, Macbeth, Othello. Romeo and Juliet, right? And just like even just the way he wrote those stories, he wrote them like songs, right? So like a lot of the music, a lot of how music is written is similar to how Shakespeare writes his poems, right? So it'll go like A B A B or A A B B. I don't know if you guys understand that term, but it's like the first two. It'll like the first rhyme will rhyme with the third. And the second will rhyme with the fourth, or the first and the second will rhyme, and then the third and the fourth will rhyme, right? That's how like a lot of people write music, and I just fell in love with that with that concept, and so I was like just getting really comfortable with it, and just like the things that I was expressing myself because I grew up as a shy kid, right? So like that's how I was able to express myself. I wasn't able to really talk to people or like articulate how I was feeling, other than just writing it down, right? And then I had a teacher pull me to the side one time and it was like, "You make great poems." Right. And I'm not thinking anything of it, but she was just all like, you should do something with this. Right. And then,
W teacher. Wow.
Yeah, she was dope. And so there was one day when, I had, so it was like a family member by marriage. Right. I guess he could call him my uncle. Right.
In-law?
So like my dad married his sister.
Okay.
Right.
And your in-law.
My in-law, I guess, right? So then after he took me to the studio one day and he was recording songs for himself. And I had like just whatever I had written just at school. And he was like, "Yo, throw a verse on there, whatever, blah, blah, blah." And I went on there and, I did what I could at the time and everyone was gassing my head, right? They were gassing me up. And they gave me the nickname TFK, the first kid, right? I was the first child in my family, right? Or the firstborn. Between my two parents, and it just became a thing. So after I did that once, I kind of got hyped on it, and I started like writing, actually like approaching like writing songs to make songs, right?
Yeah.
First song I ever recorded on was that Biggie Smalls Lil' Kim song, "Crush on You."
Okay.
Right, and I tried to record for the first time on this program called Audacity.
I don't know. We still use that to
still
this
use
day,
that right
man.
now.
Audacity? You still use that?
I just got done using it before I got here.
Yo, that's crazy, bro. Because that I was recording on that with a webcam mic. That was my first record I cut, and my little brother at the time, he was watching me make the record, and he was getting real gas. He was like, "Oh shit, like this is crazy," and he was singing a song one time. He was singing one of my songs, right? And a bunch of people were like, what song are you singing? It's like my brother's song, right? And that's when I was just like, I kind of felt like, maybe this is for me. This is like, because I couldn't do music at the time, right? I couldn't do basketball at the time, so I figured that music would keep me busy, right? Because I was trying to stay out of the trouble, right? I was trying to stay out of trouble and all that stuff, and my mom gave me that look, like, if you get in trouble again, you know what I mean? She's gonna deal with me, and so I was just like not trying to have that. And music put me in a good place. It made me feel confident, and it made me recognize who I am and what my abilities are. You know what I mean?
That's fine.
And so I just took it from there and just ran with it, honestly.
For sure. It's unbelievable how little you need, like in terms of equipment. People always like complicate things. Lupe just dropped an album that he recorded in 3 days off like a fucking like a blue snowball microphone in his house.
Crazy.
I swear to God, like $50 worth of equipment, dropped the whole album.
Crazy.
It's good. It's really good. He just dropped it like last week.
Yeah.
Is it good?
I enjoyed it thoroughly. Also,
Snowball?
I'm off his dick.
No, I'm saying like the quality of a snowball.
I couldn't even tell. Like mid album, I was like, I can't believe you recorded this with like a snowball. That's nuts. Like that's fucking incredible. That's insane.
Yeah.
I like Lupe. I'm not trying to.
The way you just said that, like you didn't even, like it's nice. He wouldn't have dropped it if it wasn't nice.
I know Lupe, but I'm talking about the quality of a
then.
snowball. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, the quality. There's no way to tell.
Okay.
Yeah. Most studios I go in, they just be having regular mics. They just have hella padding. They just have regular condenser microphones.
No, that's a fact though. Like since I started recording myself, I learned that it's not even about like all the equipment that you have. It's how you mix the record.
Yeah.
That's what matters the most.
Yeah.
And in the last 2 years, since the pandemic and stuff, I wasn't able to get in the studios too much, right? So I made myself more valuable to music by like recording myself and mixing my own records and even like making the beats and stuff. Because I feel like.
Do you do that for other people or you just do that for yourself?
No, I do it for others too.
Oh wow.
Music
I do it
like
for others.
Kool-Aid.
Pardon?
So music's like Kool-Aid. It's all you mix it.
Yeah, it's how you mix it. Exactly how you mix it.
Yeah.
Because where I'm cutting records in the rooms and kitchens and just like.
Yeah, it's like Kool-Aid, man.
How about mastering?
Think about it,
How about mastering, John? You have an analogy for that?
Spoon.
Kool-Aid is crazy.
You can have a butter
It's
knife.
two
It's how
ingredients.
you mix it. You don't gotta have a.
Nah, but how
fucking
you mix it
Kool-Aid
though.
is
That's how
tough.
you mix it.
It's
It's
2 or 3
tough.
ingredients. It's
It could
water,
be too
the
watery,
mix,
too
and sugar.
sugary.
Yeah, but
The mix is sugar.
It's good Kool-Aid and there's bad Kool-Aid.
No, mix with more
If
sugar
it's
than
that
that.
simple.
People
every Kool-Aid
add
will be
sugar
good.
to Kool-Aid mix?
Yes.
No, that's criminal. That's
You not-
crazy.
No, you got
I was
to
going
add
Now you
sugar.
see what I'm talking about?
That's-
Now you see what
you're
I'm
crazy.
You see my point?
You don't put sugar in Kool-Aid?
They have hella sugar in the mix.
No, they hella.
I don't know what Kool-Aid
It's
mix y'all
not.
had.
What you mean hella?
Americans, I swear to
Bro, they had hella sugar in the mix.
No, they don't.
You add sugar to
y'all in
that?
Canada drinking Kool-Aid with
Bro,
no sugar.
that's crazy.
I swear
that's
that's
not real
how
sugar.
it's concentrate.
That's worse than stealing blackberries.
Yeah,
I
it's
came to
not real
somebody's
sugar.
crib with Kool-Aid with
It's
no
just corn
sugar.
syrup.
Kool-Aid with no sugar is crazy.
No, there's sugar in the mix, bro.
I get that, but it's like it may just be a slight
No,
little
there's
bit.
hella
What do you
sugar
put it in
in
the
it.
water bottle? It's not.
We had different mixes, bro.
It's not hella
We had
sugar.
different mix. They did divided y'all, so you can use as much as
Wait,
you want to.
which one you talking about? You talking about the one you put in the picture,
It
right?
is Kool-Aid. It's like this.
You co-sign
It's like
this?
a bottle.
You
It's this
co-sign
big.
this?
You take a
Hell
scoop
no.
of
Oh,
the
no,
Kool-Aid.
that's not what we
you
had.
talking about
You
hell?
talking about the packets?
Oh no. I'm just like a mix. You take a scoop.
No,
you put
we
it in
talking
there.
about the
Oh, okay, we didn't
packets.
have packets in our. Yeah, we didn't have packets. I'm about to say, bro.
Okay, no, because I was with mama. I was like, nigga, there's
Like
no way.
it's a balance. Sometimes I pour
What
it.
the fuck is a
sometimes I
Kool-Aid
scoop it.
packet with no sugar though? That's what Kool-Aid
It's like an
is.
estimate. It's like a you eyeball it. Like you get your sugar and you pour it in. You go.
No, there's.
It could be sweeter.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
if it gets
yeah.
too
You
sweet,
think
you
you
put
think
some
there's
ice in
enough
it.
sugar? Have you seen those packages that is?
I've never. No,
Oh,
never.
okay.
No.
Yeah, they like little small packages.
I'll make you some of your Kool-Aid.
I don't
I'll get a
want
packet
what
and
you're
put it in a
talking
pitcher of
about,
water.
man.
Yeah, no,
I want what I grew up with.
After a good workout, I'll make you some of your Kool-Aid.
That'd be the driest drink of all time, nigga. All right.
So,
They go think Kayla made
how
it.
do you
Yeah,
how do you
Hawaiian punch is dry.
how do you split up your time between like music that you're doing for yourself and then like you working with other people on their music? I was always curious, like, because some artists I look at and I'm like, man, they're on so many other people's projects. Like, how do you divide your time between that, the shit you want to do, whether or not you want to go on tour? Because there's actually a ton of things you could spend your time on to make some money. But like, what do you prioritize?
I honestly prioritize just making the music. That's always been my main focus, really. And then what comes of that, you know, it's like a bonus, right? So I'm grateful for it any way that it comes. And I usually get approached when it comes to like someone wanting some music, like a beat or some writing advice or anything like that, or even someone wants me to like mix the record for them or like wants me to cut the record for them, you know. And so I mean I do put a lot of my time and prioritize myself, and then just like whenever I get somebody like, oh yo, like I feel like, you know, I need a record, or like, do you got some demos or whatever, because I cut a lot of records, right? And so like having the access to record myself and make all these records by myself, I just have a lot of ideas sitting on my computer. So it's like, you know, whenever someone needs something, I have it, right? I have an idea of what they may need or something that could, you know, assist them in what they're looking for, right?
Have you ever made a reference track for somebody?
Oh, a bunch.
Okay.
Yeah, a bunch.
Is that like a weird experience for you? Because like you're rapping it or singing it, but then somebody else is like copying you. You ever have a reference track? You don't have to use a name, where you send it to somebody, but then they did like a worse version of what you sent them.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. It happens a few times, because I mean, a lot of times they listen to it like the way that they hear it, but there's like certain things that they could have done to, you know, just pronounce things a certain way, or just, you know, maybe be like a little bit like softer on their voice, how they approach it and stuff like that. But it's never, I never look at it as like they're doing anything wrong. It's just like a learning thing too, right? Because some people, they're really good at like singing, right? But like they're not really great at creating music. If that makes sense, right? There's a lot of people like, so I have a lot of people like, you know, I have a hard time like creating a full song, right? They can like, you know, sing really well though, right?
So how does that?
I can freestyle, but I can't make it's hard for me to make a song. I was gonna ask you your creative process. Do you like make music when you feel creative?
He's never
or like
touched
you just
the
say,
studio.
Today, Monday,
Why we let
I
him
just
get
go
away
to the
with
studio,
this?
make songs, or you like you get creatively imposted.
Yeah, it kind of just comes to me, right?
It comes
or
to
like,
you?
yeah, it comes to me. I the thing with me is I watch a lot of TV and
He's
film
never
and
rapped
stuff.
before. I don't know why he's saying this.
No, I really freestyling.
Have you ever touched a
He's
studio?
never went to.
I went to the studio one time and it was hard.
Have you
Yeah.
went into the studio and you recorded?
Yeah, I went to the studio one time.
Who?
It was like Jay Savage a while back, a long time ago. It was actually it was somebody had it in their house. And they turned the whole garage
You do
to a studio.
freestyle nice.
Huh?
You like
Yeah,
when
but
you're
I
just
never
chilling.
sat down and made a song.
Yeah, I
I
know.
understood my voice, like know how to like what's
Yeah.
my sound and songwriting. Like I can just
Yeah.
freestyle, but it's not a song. It's
What's
just,
we're
so crazy
looking to
too,
let him
I'm
get
gonna
away with
say,
it
why
for
are
today,
we
but it's fine.
Breaking this nigga. All right, whatever.
No, but there are a lot of people who are great, Like you see like freestyle rappers, they're great at freestyling. But put one of them in the booth, and it's a whole different thing.
It's
a whole different thing. Like it's like a lot of them don't know what their sound is.
But honestly, I think a lot of those artists now, I could be wrong, but they just freestyle in the booth. Like I would literally watch Tory Lanez live stream him freestyling in the booth and coming up with a whole
Tory
song.
Lanez knows how
He
to.
an artist.
Yeah.
Artists know how to approach records.
Yeah.
He
Right. Where it's
genuinely knows how to
like
make
people, there's people who love music but don't know how to, like, get into it.
So
that way.
how do they
Facts.
how do they bring it up to you? Like, hey man, I need like a reference track. This is the vibe I'm going for. Do they send you a beat ahead of time, or like how much control do you have over
I
what
thought
it ends up?
most people who
I have
have
100%
reference,
control.
they
What's a
just, you
reference
just
track?
already
Can you
you already
explain
A
have
reference
it.
track is like
It depends. It depends on what they're looking for, right? So it's like sometimes I'll have an idea that they're looking for, and so I'll just shoot it over to them, or they might have an idea of where they're trying to go with the record, and so we'll just get in the booth, we'll get in the studio, and then like
you're
work
in
on
there
that
with
idea.
them?
Yeah.
Oh, for some reason, I mean, I've heard some for some large artists, but they were never in the booth together. They just sent them like an idea, and then they rapped it. By the way, it's just like anytime you hear, sometimes like the producer will just create a song and send it to the artist who has like an audience already, and they'll just repeat what the guy said.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's called cutting a demo,
Yeah.
right?
So they call it that too? Cutting the demo?
Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause I mean, that's how a lot of songs happen.
of-
You know?
Oh,
It's like
if I have an image and like marketable and I have a good sound, then you just go off.
But it's so
you
weird,
gotta cut
though.
the money off to whoever make the reference track. So that's cutting. into the
I've heard a
profit.
reference track from a guy that he sent to a female artist about him popping his pussy, but they say exactly how they want her to say
You
it.
mean Lil Yachty?
Yeah.
So he's saying, I
mean Lil
popped my
Yachty?
pussy, got the bag, credit card swipe.
You mean Lil Yachty? Right?
No, it's a different artist. No, yeah, Lil Yachty, what the hell?
Lil Yachty.
He did that
Lil
for City
Yachty
Girls.
wrote one of them City Girl songs.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did. No, but it's so bizarre.
Ain't that crazy though?
It's so bizarre to hear them.
Yeah. No, so, God,
A real nigga
I've done it
making
one
a hot
time.
girl track. You send it off.
Dead ass.
Man,
It's a real
that's
nigga
fucked
left
up
the
though.
gym,
Isn't
got a
that?
good pump in, going to all right, pop that pussy. Ain't giving him no pussy if he broke. Oh, they gonna fuck with that one. They gonna fuck with that one. All my real bitches stand
Yeah,
up.
bro, when I heard, I don't know how you pronounce her name, Bia or Bia, the song she had with J. Cole.
Yeah, Bia.
Man, she's a good artist, but she's been commercialized now because that's what sells. It's fine, it's whatever. But I just have a feeling someone sent her a reference track for that song because it was so much generic things. She starts her hook off with, I like to go and shop at the mall. Like when I'm in London, I like to go
I
and
think
shop at the
that
mall.
is her because she
And
had
I'm like,
that song a while ago, and J.
Stop.
Cole just recently jumped on
I'm
it.
just saying, I'm pretty sure.
You know, I realized
Whether
too,
you
like,
rap or
most songs
sing,
are simple.
it's motherfuckers sending out demos.
Oh no, I'm not saying it is, but I'm saying is from my understanding that
Even
song,
if it was a while ago, it could
yeah.
still have
Yeah,
been.
well, I mean like a while ago. Like the song had existed before she blew up.
But isn't that so
But
fucked
I
up?
mean, it could be, but
Like
yeah.
I always wondered like how much of it is real because like I've seen artists be one way and then all they had to do was be another way and their fucking career took off. And sometimes it's like you even like this is what you're capable of, but like you kind of have to dumb yourself down for what you know is gonna do well. And you could, even if you look back at some of your favorite artists right now that are like on the radio all the time and you look at what they did like 5-6 years before, it's fucking insane how much of them like, I'd be like, yeah, that's actually kind of impressive, but like you don't hear it no more.
Yeah.
You feel me? So do you feel pressure to like be any certain type of way?
Yeah, he didn't even answer the reference question yet.
Bro, I have so many questions.
I know,
though,
you
man.
have
I'm
so
trying to
many
get to all of them.
questions, Jesus.
But we can get back to the reference tracks in a sec. But I'm curious about how you feel about the like commercialized pressure in music.
So there's a thing called like today's music, right? Like people always like, oh, you got to fit in with today's music, with the certain sound that's happening today, right? And obviously I do get it from people. People are like, yo, you should do a song like this, or you should do a song like that, or maybe you should do this, and da da da.
Has anyone told you to do a drill song yet?
Oh, for sure. I what's so crazy? I actually fell for it one time, and I did because the thing is, like, I don't listen to a lot of drill music. Right? I do get hyped when I'm out in the club or I'm out somewhere and they're playing music like drill stuff, and I love it. Don't get me wrong, I love it.
Yeah.
But it just isn't for me, right? As an artist. But one time I did get caught up. I even did a whole video of the song that I put it up on YouTube. Everything, bro. I did because I was like, yeah, maybe this it's gonna pop. It's today. It's like it's the thing that's happening. But I mean, Do I go back to that record? Not too much, not too much, right? Because it isn't me, but I tried something though, right? I was willing to try, and it's always good to try, which I feel like it's why Chris Brown is like, you know, keeping himself relevant today, right? Because he's not making music like he did in 2005, right? But he's keeping himself relevant, which is important because it's like, you know, you want your fans or audience to feel like you're growing as an artist, you know, and you're capable to keep up with the time, you know, because music has changed like drastically, you know?
Sure. But he has plenty of ghostwriters, or references.
But even still, like it's like even a lot of dudes from his time, they're not even keeping up with today.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And they're able to get all those writers. They're able to get all those. You know what I mean? They don't. They're just not able to pull it off. Right?
Which is your genre is like sheet beaters.
What?
Say again?
What?
Like,
what did
you make like nasty sheet music like love?
What?
Yeah,
we're all
like
over.
I don't know. I'm not familiar with that term. So
I'm not familiar with it
say
either.
Yes,
you never used that term before?
No,
I don't know. But I do make music that's more catered towards women, you know. I make songs for women.
Yeah, that's right? Probably the better terminology, not sheet beaters.
Anybody ever like DM you about, yo, bro, you got me some pussy with your song? I was beating cheeks to that shit.
I've gotten some crazy messages, honestly.
Yeah, that's the craziest one you've gotten.
Nah, nigga hitting him up saying,
yo, bro, I went all the way into that thing, man. That was great, bro. She climaxed me.
like number 4, track 4. That shit really got me. Track 4 got me in some, man.
You see the scratch my back right there when you said, yeah.
I think there was one of the homies who told me he cut on one of my songs, and he told the girl that he just knew who I was, and then you know she gave him the work
Off the strength of that?
I swear to God.
That is crazy.
Crazy standards.
I know you.
Bruh.
Very low.
I know you.
Yo, dog.
Yo,
That's crazy.
Yo, I know him.
And then he told me he felt crazy because he was getting jiggy just in hearing my voice and shit.
Wait,
what? What? Say it again?
No. He felt crazy.
Okay.
He said it felt crazy. Not he was getting off on it, but he was feeling crazy. But the fact that, you know, Shorty was going wild and he was hearing my voice at the same time.
Oh, so he was warming up.
so it was weird, you meant to say.
He said, yeah, that's what he said. It was kind of weird. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
For a moment, I thought that was turning him on.
That was crazy.
That'd be a crazy revelation.
I might not be able to fuck while listening to my mans.
Why?
I don't need to know the nigga singing right now. Like, like, me knowing that nigga is kind of crazy.
That's like if you met Drake and Drake would have made you stop listening to his music.
No, while I'm fucking, not just in general.
Yeah.
I mean,
because Drake setting the mood for me is crazy.
Well, I'll say Janae Aiko, like female artists.
Yeah.
I never really put like a
Congrats to her, by the way.
But I don't really take the time to think about music.
She's pregnant.
Yeah.
Sean, man. Shout at her.
She's pregnant?
Yes.
Damn, I didn't want to break it to you like this.
I just saw a clip about them on Instagram on the way here.
Yeah, that's why you saw it. They pregnant. All right, going back to these
shot the club up.
These sayings that you have these reference track, because from my understanding, like I said before, like there's plenty of them out there. How exactly do you get in contact, or is it just like the song is kind of bouncing around, or you just kind of know somebody who knows somebody? Like how normally is that connection being made?
Well, I mean, industry wise, I'm pretty known.
Okay.
Like I have great relationships within the industry, and so like I have people just who are familiar with my work already, and they just want, you know, something similar to what I already like my vibe, you know.
Yeah.
Whether it's for their artists or for themselves, you know. Because I have people hit me up and ask for demos for all kinds of artists. I've gotten people reach out for, you know, demos for Rihanna or Nicki Minaj or Sway Lee, you know, Drake and I was gonna mention something just right now, but I don't know if I should. But
give me Sway.
Is there a possibility we've heard a song of yours before?
All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, bro.
Oh wow.
So I did this demo, right?
Okay.
Back in 2018, right? And it was literally the reference for "You Got It, Girl," right? You got it, girl. You got it. I did my reference in 2018, and I pitched it, right? 2019, a whole year later, I hear the song "No Guidance," right? And then I was just like, hold on a second. That's literally, and then I have the record still to this day.
Damn.
And it is a little hard for me to listen to that record because I just know whether they even want to confirm it or what. But I know that I did the demo and I shot it out
That was such a
to them,
good
but I
music
never got
video.
the credit for it, right?
Yeah, that was
but
like-
even still, like things like that just let me know, like I have my head in the right place. I know that, like, you know, this is for me. This is, you know what I mean? People recognize what I'm capable of, and so it's like it's not a big deal, whatever,
That was-
right?
man.
Is there any legality though protecting you in between it? Because like I said before, because I know two people who do similar things, but from my understanding, there's not much legality of you kind of just throwing music out there and hoping that the person receiving it does you well. Because like you just listen to music and you can just reference it, like you said.
Because you don't sign
Yeah,
a contract when you
too.
send shit to them, do you? You
Nah,
sign it, like,
nah.
when they're about to release, I think. right?
Nah. They normally would do the contract situation when it comes time to release. So like I did
Yeah.
co-write on Lil Wayne's project, right?
The most recent
on
one?
Carter 5.
Oh, okay.
Right? I did this song, What About Me? Right? My name's on the credits, right? And so like that we did professionally, like we did the paperwork and all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you know, there's certain people who are just like not willing to. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you learn that in the industry. So it's like that's another side of like cutting demos and stuff.
So what does the pitch look like when you have an idea for a song and someone's interested? Is it like a Skype call? I don't know, back in the day. Or like, do you guys meet up in person in the studio?
Skype
Is
is crazy.
it, does your representative have their representative? What's the process look like?
Well, because I'm an independent artist, so people just reach me independently. They just reach me direct, right? Whether by email or they'll DM me or whatever.
So you didn't have management around you or anything like that?
So I mean, about that situation specifically, I did have people around me, but everybody was just a little bit iffy about, you know, approaching the situation, you know,
Yeah.
Yep.
because there's some people in power, right?
Yeah. You live in
And
Toronto.
yeah, so it's like, I mean,
Also, it's a song with Drake and Chris Brown.
you know what I mean? It's like,
And they were all out on that music video.
you know what I mean? And it's like, but I look at it like this, right? It's like it could be two things. It could also to be unintentional, right?
Maybe
It
someone
could-
just heard it.
exactly.
And then,
He could have just
didn't
heard
know.
it,
Yeah.
and then just like later on, oh, this idea pop in his head, right? And it's like the idea that I did, right?
Fair
so it's
enough.
like it's not too crazy to be like, oh, they stole my stuff, right? It's like, you know, it stuck with somebody, and you know, it made it out to the
Drake.
world.
It's stuck with Drake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Stuck with Drake. Which is
Right,
fine.
but then okay,
which
but
is
then look,
fine.
okay, but
which
then
is
look at this,
fine.
right? So it's like demos, right, from artists, right? So it could have been him, or it could have been whoever cut the demo,
Fair enough.
True,
right?
because sometimes people don't be like letting you know where they got it from.
No idea.
They might just like claim it.
Yeah.
You think like big artists have like they call them music thieves that take the stuff and then tell them about it, and then
They probably have music moles where like they be telling them like, yo, this just happened in Czechoslovakia, man. Like in different pockets of the world, they be like, yo, this shit is
demo
popping.
for this right here. No, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hum it to you.
Really yours. Well, they said they said Kevin Hart used to do that,
What?
where he used to send people out to like certain shows and they would just be in the back,
Yeah,
just
listening
listening?
to other people's comedians work. And
I
shit
like that.
Oh, word.
Yeah, and they would be like, "Man, what is this nigga?" They actually like people got upset at him for doing that for a good second, but he would send people out and they would just listen. And he would claim that the reason why he did it is just to get the vibe, but like what the circuit is looking like out there and shit.
The
like
circuit?
That. I was like, "Yo, that's kind of
no doubt in my
sketchy.
mind,
That's
the
sketchy
big dogs not doing that. They got enough money to do that.
Yeah.
for sure."
Have you ever been to like a writing boot camp? I was listening to an interview from St. John, and he
You
told
have?
me
Oh,
he went to one with Rihanna, and
St.
I think she
John
was in
is a great
Barbados, and it was like 50 writers there, and they were just writing away for like I think a few weeks at a time.
Yeah. I've done a couple of those actually. I did a
That's
couple.
crazy.
Yeah, I didn't go nowhere exotic or anything. I was out in LA. I was doing a demo. I was doing a writing camp site for Austin Mahone.
Ooh,
You know Austin Mahone?
Yeah.
He's like Justin Bieber, kind of. You know.
what happened to him now? He's still making music, or he's kind of like he didn't like
As like an entertainer, that's the worst thing.
Yeah.
Someone could
I
tell
know,
you.
I know.
Like, what happened to that guy?
I ain't never heard of him. And so the fact that you asked me what happened to him is crazy.
Yeah. It was a cool experience, honestly.
What was it like?
Yo, it's like the same. Like it was like a bunch of producers and writers from all over the world. Honestly, like there was dudes Australia, Netherlands, Nashville, Tennessee. It's just all over the world, and it was really cool, honestly, because I got to meet different people and how, like, you know, how they approach records and stuff, and you know how they do it is like they'll have like I guess they'll have the whole studio booked off, right? And the studio will have like maybe 3, 4, 5 rooms. Right, and then they just like literally would just toss you in a room with like random producer, random writers, and you just guys just make some shit, right?
Interesting.
It's cool. You make great relationships that way too, right? It's like
I was about to say, yeah, that's what it sounded like.
So who's writing what? Is there is there people there making beats, or are you guys just all collaborating and you guys all do that?
we do it all together. So we all will do it from
That's
scratch.
fascinating.
Yeah, so it's like, we know who the artist is. We know what kind of vibe to bring, and then we just approach it like how we would, and try to put ourselves in the artist's shoes, and then
And how long does that last? Like a weekend, a week?
Oh, usually writing camps are like a week long. Like that one for sure was for like 4 or 5 days. Yeah.
Are A&R, is that a profitable position? Like A&R, is that like?
I don't know. So I mean, a lot of the things that I get involved in are all through relationships. So like, I never have anybody do it for me. It's all somebody like who's already involved in that situation. Like, yo, pull up. I got this situation going on. Let's go. And then I'll just go and join them.
I was about to say, I heard A&R's that position doesn't really exist too much in a lot of record labels because they've been trying to like cut people's positioning, especially because like people are more independent and the relationship can just be built through that. They don't need like A&R used to just like literally go out and scout. Like you don't really necessarily.
A&R is one person that listen to music and help you pick out. I thought that's the person that sits there.
That was also their responsibility. The biggest responsibility was to scout talent and bring them to the.
Okay.
So artist recruit. That's what AR.
Yeah. So what A&R means is artists and relations, right? So like they'll represent an artist and then like bring relationships to them. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you find it too. Like there's like anybody could be really an A&R. Yeah. Anybody could.
Phantom is an A&R.
You know what I mean?
Why do you say that?
He has a lot of artists and relations that he brings to AMP.
No, he doesn't.
Kai.
Phantom?
Kai.
I guess.
Exactly.
I guess.
I always thought an A&R was somebody that sits there or like goes over songs and like help pick out songs for albums or like out of all the tracks they make and like
they might
pick out beats and stuff.
I don't know.
Yeah, so they do help with a lot of like the artist's direction and like
I used
how.
To do that.
Yeah.
What?
So you say I was an A&R. That's what I used to like pick out songs. Like they'll send me songs and beats. They have friends that make music. So I'll just sit there and whatever sound good.
I've known this nigga for years, and he's just casually bringing up shit that he's never said before.
Finding out your friend's been an A&R this whole time is crazy.
It's crazy. And you just casually saying shit that you've never said.
I'm gonna bring that up. You talk about basketball takes.
We have a whole podcast where we talk about just normal, like regular shit.
How many artists have we had on the podcast?
At least like 5.
Yeah, he's like
who?
Last one was Mod.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true.
We didn't have
just in the music and in music in general. Yeah, like 5 people.
We had producers
I think
here
it takes certain conversations to bring certain things out. Though.
Yeah, certain conversations.
That is one of the things you can't find out 2 years into knowing somebody.
Yeah, I
I wasn't a professional A&R, but I was just there. They said that was what an A&R was. What I was doing. That's what I thought.
Okay.
I know you weren't a professional. I know.
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't know.
So when you went to the writing boot camp, because again, it sounds like building relationships and connections is definitely like the bigger benefit. Is that like compensated, or are you just going out there on your own dime, hoping that like things will kind of work out for you?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, artists don't really get upfront money unless the record gets picked up.
Damn.
So I mean, that's artist puts in a lot of work. We put in a lot of work to get just some bread. You know what I mean? For it to like pay off.
That suck. You could spend 5 weeks with somebody working on their album, and if they never drop it, you're fucked.
Yeah.
They could just hold it forever and surprise you 10 years later.
Well, because they don't, it's not their song. They can't necessarily just hold it unless they're gonna use it, right? Unless they're gonna use it. So like, there's instances where, you see that Lil Wayne record, right? Mm-hmm. So I actually co-wrote that record with my buddy John Mitchell, right? Shout out John, by the way. Mm-hmm. And so we did that record, and then we shopped the record to Atlantic Records, right? So Atlantic Records bought the record in 2016. 2017, we heard Wayne cut the demo to it, and then the following year is when we got the news. Oh, he's gonna put it on the album.
Okay.
Right. So the record was held for about 2 years before it actually got out, and there was an artist.
Who calls you to tell you that like, yo, Beyonce just heard about your record?
It'll more likely be like the A&R at the label.
Oh, okay.
Beyonce hearing your record, you gotta go crazy.
I heard, yeah. Who was it? Benny was telling that story when he was here.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that has to be like an exciting phone call because you make so much shit, you don't know like what is gonna stick for real.
Yeah.
The All-Star, like he was a multi-plaque.
Yeah, producer.
producer, millionaire. What did he do? He had all those accomplishments.
Yeah.
I remember now.
Fire.
You remember him?
No, I know Benny. He produced off of Meek Mill's the song you talking about, the Meek Mill Cardi B song off of
Yeah.
Is that Champions? Yeah, which is a hard song, no cap actually.
Indeed.
What about to say? Okay, so yeah, that's kind of
Bobby too. Like
that nigga,
I don't know about that one.
He did have some talent on here.
What about to say? The point I was making was why is it like how as time progresses, I think it's less taboo to say it, but like why don't more people just like come out and just say like what comes behind the scenes? Because from obviously anybody who grew up watching shit, you really legitimately thinking like every single fucking word that these niggas are saying has been pinned by them. And then go into that's what you thinking. But like, as you grow up, you start to realize like, no, that's rather far from the truth. Like, do you ever think it would get to a point where it's just more openly acceptable to like do that or say it at least?
I think it always has, but where the confliction comes is when it's like rappers. Rappers are where the conversation gets sticky because it's like, you know, rappers pride themselves in being the best rapper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas like singers don't really pride themselves in being the best singer, and singers, they just sing. Like, you know what I mean? We don't care to be better than that singer or better than this singer. There's no competition. It's like, I'm just trying to get the girl.
Yeah.
I don't care. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like rappers, they pride themselves in like their pen, right? So it's like, if it's not fully them, that's where it's like, okay, are you really like a rapper? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because, you know, singers have been cutting demos for as long as music has been around, to be completely fair. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, it's never an issue for, you know, a singer to have a demo cut or anything like that, because it's just like, if it's a great song and somebody can sing it, what's the issue? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all about getting the message across, really.
Yeah, I think for some reason rappers have a lot of pride, and, you know, rightfully so, about what they write and how true it is to them. And maybe all of that doesn't apply to singing, but
also, this same conversation was brought up. Chris Brown brought it up in Drink Champs, where he was talking about, you know, rappers. They, you know, if it's not really them, then it's like, who is it? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the stuff is like, me, I'll do this and I'll do that, and you got me. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Bring it here, bring it there, and like,
you think that's changing nowadays?
It isn't because I mean, there's still people who still ghostwrite. There's still people who still ghostwrite. Yeah. But is it accepted? It's a complicated thing to address sometimes, because, you know, some people
don't give a fuck though.
Some people don't give a fuck.
Like, bro,
some people, not most.
No, who
not
actually
most.
Cares that Kanye has hella writers? Nobody.
Kanye's always had writers.
Oh, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Right? But his music is in a dominant place. It's like, bro.
I think Kanye's music, more so than just about any other artist, is a reflection of himself, though, because he speaks about really personal shit and personal situations, and he names it after his album's named after personal people. So like, but everyone's fine with Kanye doing it. But let's find out that fucking Ludfo didn't write his own rap about like, and people like, oh, I don't know, dude.
I think the difference is not me singing and rapping. I think because from my understanding, the difference is that
somebody sent a demo about somebody else's ops.
Yeah.
See, that don't make no sense.
That's insane.
Because the thing about Kanye is
that's
that
fucking
he's
crazy.
Kanye's just rapping.
For most of Kanye's career, he's doing things that I don't want to say general, but like, it's not so uber specific about his life. Like, these are like,
yes,
like,
it is.
All Falls Down is just insecurities, period.
No, maybe in his earlier albums.
That's what I said earlier.
But like, even in his early, because what was he talking about? He's a college dropout. This shit he been through. You were talking about the reason why you love those albums because it was so relatable, but that shit he experienced.
I know, but it's relatable because it's meant to be related by the masses. Like this nigga said, you nigga can't write about a specific op on a specific block, and that nigga can't be
his
you.
His whole album was about himself, man. He had his jaw shut. He made a song about it.
That's one song though.
I know, I get it, but like all of that is he dealt with a gold digger. Nigga made a song about it.
Yeah. No, but even too like
you don't think gold digger is it can be a vast.
Yeah, but I'm just saying though.
No, because it's situations where like you know like we're familiar that Kanye produced a lot of this stuff, right? So it's like we know that he's not getting a demo from anybody. It's like they're working on the record together
with him. Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah, which is the difference, because they're able to sit with him and understand his story to help him relay it on the record. You know what I mean?
And that's why his first 3 albums are by far the best, because the other ones is just not.
But like how would you even know whether or not an artist sat down with somebody or like, because when you see the credits, they're not like 30% this person, right? It's just a list.
Yeah.
So there's no real way to know in what way they collaborated. Sometimes someone would be on the credits and all they did was send a beat that they made 5 years ago. But that's not the same thing as if you're in the studio with somebody going through it for hours.
If I'm
days.
understanding, Kanye does he credits by far the most. Let me not say by far, but really, like you can even be in a room with him
And he'll
and
give you
say
credit?
a word, and he'll give you credit for it.
Hand this nigga a water bottle.
Yeah, this the Sonny.
Never made that song about hydrated.
All right. What's your name, bro? What's your name?
You want a bag of chips? Wait, crush that bag again. Crush that bag again.
Yo, record that real quick. Hold on, record that. Oh, it's like shh. Oh yeah, that's on the beat right
I'm
there.
sorry, Kanye had a little burrito. Hold on.
The Donda credits had to
Let
have
one
been
rip
crazy.
again.
The
The
Donda
Donda
credits-
credits in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
The Donda and the Dark Twisted, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That those
Dark
two
Twisted
credits
Fantasy.
are insane. Like, you know, you ever just take the time out, it's a fucking laundry list of names. But I say, okay, the thing I was gonna say is that, from my understanding, the singers though, the talent is the fact that they sing. The rappers is like, okay, what is your talent if you're not actually penning that shit? Some people say the cadence and the flow and how you deliver it, but like most people are like, that's supposed to be a talent that you writing and you're not actually writing that shit.
Yeah.
It's kind of tough. But also but again, I just think Kanye is slightly different. Oh, that's just my nigga though.
Yeah.
That's my nigga right there. Man.
Yeah.
That's my nigga right there.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. But Kendrick and Cole, I mean, not Cole, Drake, he can't.
If we find out Kendrick
Drake
had
can't.
writers,
I know he does, but Drake. Yeah, and if we find out Kendrick has writers, it's over
I
for
would
that
say,
nigga.
yeah, like
It's over for that nigga in particular. It's over for Drake too. Niggas.
I mean, do I have to say it?
no. I was just looking at you. This.
Oh no, I know this.
was
Thing,
listening to what you
I
guys
know
were
he
saying.
has
Because
plenty
the
of
thing is,
writers.
it's like you get to a certain level. It's like, do you really
No,
have the
don't say it.
time?
Don't
or-
say it. Don't say it, man. Don't ruin his last.
I
album
won't.
for
I
me.
won't.
Oh no,
For the sake of
I know he has writers.
Don't
Like
say
plenty
it.
of them. I know Drake has plenty of writers.
Oh, not Drake. I expect that out of Drake.
Oh,
I think-
Kendrick.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
I'm not even. Him,
don't say
I'm,
that.
I'm not even saying him specifically. No,
You're
not
talking
him.
about anybody but him right now.
No, I'm not
And
saying
Lupe.
Yeah, don't
Yeah,
say
yeah.
Lupe definitely didn't have no writers.
And Jay-Z.
Nah, I'm just saying
Those are the three.
anybody at a mainstream level
Mm-hmm.
is getting that assistance for reasons that are necessary to maintaining a certain.
So you mean to
You
tell
mean
me
like a hook for Kendrick?
Like
of
a-
course, a hook
like
is
a
fine.
melody.
A hook and a melody is fine.
like you mean to tell me Roddy Ricch told the world that he had to live life before he made another album and then rapped about the same thing with
From
writers?
another nigga, from another nigga pen.
Stop
Nah,
it.
nah.
There's
It's-
no way.
Nah, it's okay.
Also, his second album is worse.
No, he dropped the
Far
EP that
worse.
was fucking incredible though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, it was really good. I
That
liked
must have
it.
been the writers going crazy.
Stop.
Nah. It doesn't have to be necessarily writers, but ideas, right? Someone will have an idea like, bro, you know, I have an idea, blah, 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 blah. You do this,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
And that's-
Which is not the craziest thing, right? Because it's like,
not.
Nah,
it's-
even for Kendrick, he can't have.
No,
He gotta
he can't.
be his
He
ideas.
has to come up with all.
He gotta come up with his ideas.
Like Kendrick gotta
Nah, but
come
let's
up
be
with
real
his
though.
ideas.
Let's be real though, right? As an artist,
Not be real.
no, but as an artist, and I feel like other artists can relate to what I'm saying, right?
Okay.
It's like we have one way of thinking, our way of thinking,
Right.
For sure.
right? Where it's like it's okay to get some perspective.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like maybe I could have said this better. Maybe I could have. You know what I mean? Just little things like it doesn't have to be anything too
Oh, yeah,
crazy.
no. You're
where
not
it's like,
saying that, yeah.
It's like I have a line. It's like, oh, maybe I could have said it better. You know what I mean? So someone will help me.
So do they get a whole credit for like saying, hey, say instead of saying
Of course, right? It's all a part. It's all a part of the creative like.
you
process.
said of course, and I didn't know that to be the case. Like
Yeah,
instead of
I mean-
saying chain, say chain. Like say it that way. So he gets a whole credit for that.
I mean,
Shit, he helped.
it's contribution. You know what I mean?
Damn.
So it's like it isn't the craziest thing though, right? Because it's like it's okay to get some perspective because you never know what the ear. You know what I mean?
How do you feel about people who?
Nah, Kendrick still got to come up with his own.
Yeah, I'm not
ideas.
gonna lie. Kendrick can't have
To
any
Pimp a
ideas from
Butterfly.
anyone else.
As soon as I
He can't.
found out that To Pimp a Butterfly was the it was supposed to be To Pimp a Caterpillar, and that's the acronym for Tupac, and that whole like what all that meant, and he ended the thing talking to Tupac. That cannot be nobody else's idea, but that nigga's. So like that entire album has to be his.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying like I'm just saying like in a sense he might have a song, right?
No.
And he-
can't.
No.
No, I'm just saying not him. I'm saying anybody.
Yeah,
anybody.
okay, anybody,
Anyone.
but
Not,
not
him,
him.
specifically.
Yeah, no, not him.
Anyone
Yeah.
would start an idea of a song, right? And then
Yeah.
someone will come in and just just help. Just
I can see that for everybody else.
Maybe there's ways to
literally everybody else.
You know what I mean?
Kendrick goes in the studio by himself.
I love how you guys stand for him. It's dope.
Just Kendrick and Lamar.
Yeah.
Shut up. So do you like? How do you? That means that the niggas that they keep around them, like I'm assuming they just like close friends or associates that I just keep around me. Like, hey yo, I'm about to go to the studio. Like, pull up.
That's what I was saying when I was A&R. That's what I was doing.
If we're
I
real
wasn't
though,
expecting no conversation. I was just there, just giving my advice.
But isn't that
like,
just using niggas though? At some point, like I just need you around
I don't
me.
have to
'cause of,
come.
like, no, I'm not saying you don't have to, but like, it's not.
That goes back to my point, right? So it's like niggas don't have niggas in the studio for no reason. Let's be real. If you're creating something, you're doing. It's like having somebody at your job just sitting there while you're working. Nobody's doing that. You know what I mean? So it's not a real thing. So like anybody who's at the studio is contributing to what's happening at the studio.
Let's talk about that. I heard that there's some artists that just have women just chill in their vicinity.
Yeah, muse.
for the vibe.
Yeah, women are different. But having guys in the studio just hanging around.
So there's a possibility that the nigga these like when they shoot.
I just like to see them.
That is kind of weird, making an R&B song about a girl, just having all the guys sit there. Yeah, that's good right there.
Nah.
Right there. Maybe add lick the clit in there, my boy. Maybe add that in there, but they gonna fuck with that one. Am I right? Yeah, guys. You right. Oh, that testosterone.
Yeah, lit the clit on that thing. Yeah, put that on there. Yeah. So basically,
my boy just pulled up. What up?
Yeah. Well, it's just giving him perspective. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, he's working on it. The artist is working on everything themselves, but it's just like that assistance was like, oh, I'm going in the right direction.
But why is that not accepted? I mean, maybe it is, but like for example, as a YouTuber, like there's only so many resources that you can actually have. Like it's like you just can't. I can't have when I'm recording a video, I can't have a room full of niggas helping me out with a video. Like I just got to figure this shit out on my own.
Sometimes they just be helping you out by doing this right here. For hours.
I know, but then I just imagine like me, Waleed, and Vortex in a room while you recording to be like, nah, redo that shit again. When you do that, say it like green, say it like that, say it like that. Like that's crazy. Like just thinking about like the other because that we just don't do that. It's just like niggas we just doing it. So that's not weird, but I know for a fact also the way that people consume the content is drastically different.
Let's talk about music, Rizz, man. I feel like above all occupations nowadays, it's athlete and musician. Is it easier
Where's
for
YouTuber
you?
coming on? Is YouTuber's
up there nowadays?
It's up there.
Back in the day, it was embarrassing to be a YouTuber. Nowadays, you tell someone you're a YouTuber, they ask like, so how many subscribers you got? And if you answer that question correctly, you're up there.
Who do you think? Who do you think put that up there?
If you say anything over 50,000, they're gonna be impressed.
Who's the nigga who did that?
Who does that?
No, who like popularized YouTubers in our community?
DDG.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So would you say music has Rizz? Like, how does it help you when you're dealing with women, or not help you that you do music? Do they find it attractive?
Oh, for sure. Women love it. Women can't get enough of it, honestly, because it's like it's something that.
I mean, I can see that though. You make music about them too.
Yeah, you know. But I mean, I have met women who are like just not into R&B, right? where it's like they still fuck with
women.
Huh?
You like that hard shit,
bro. I've met. No, I have. I've met like when you go out to the clubs. When you go out to the clubs, bro, you see they just turn up to that.
They like that hard shit. Kill a nigga, drill him, and knock him down, blow his face off.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But
like
it's like
No, that's crazy. I've never met women like that.
No, I have. And it's
Or
like
sometimes
it's
they
like,
be into like pop.
Yeah.
You know, generic music,
Oh no,
radio
that's fine.
shit.
But like being exclusively into hard shit.
Not exclusively, just more into, if that makes sense, right? But it's
an
like
aggressive
it
woman.
doesn't take away from what I got going on, right? They still admire me, like, oh, you do music. Like they love music.
You play
right?
instruments?
Like, I'm an artist, huh?
You play instruments?
Violin.
Oh, game
I can do
changer
the
right
violin,
there.
right?
Oh my.
Exquisite.
Let's go.
Exquisite.
No, dead ass, bro. I used to drag that violin home after school. Yeah, bro.
After selling Blackberries.
Yes. Now this is actually before. I started in
He turned into the bad boy.
Yeah. Come on.
You be singing your way out of trouble? A girl get mad at you, you be like, why you so mad at me?
So it doesn't necessarily work that way. It doesn't work that way.
Sorry.
Baby, I got you some flowers. It's a little voice memo.
Yeah, no, I mean, I
have.
I have written a song. I've done some songs.
I know what I did wasn't right.
Sending the voice memos is nuts, nigga. That's crazy. That's a crazy word.
I don't think I've done that. But I've done like full songs to shoot off to a girl that I was with, and it made her feel better.
How often do you like sing about girls you used to deal with?
All the time.
Do they
But
know?
like, the thing is, do they know?
Yeah.
Only if I tell them.
They probably just assume.
Unless I actually say something specific in the song that's like, yeah, that's me and her.
Yeah, because I have a friend. Can't say that. Never mind.
Yeah.
That's
You know
crazy.
how he's an artist? Because he talks to them like every time he speaks.
Oh yeah. Because like I'm performing.
Yeah.
We have YouTubers on here, and they act as if like they've never seen a fucking mic.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yo, yeah. No, I was just talking the other day. I kicked the grandma down the
Yeah.
staircase.
And you're like, nigga, you create content. How do you not know
Yeah.
to put
Keep the
this
mic
shit
right
in
in
your
your
mic? I mean, Jesus.
So how often do you do like live performances? Do you drop an
No,
album?
that's not the follow-up. The follow-up
my
is
fault.
how often did a woman come to you be like, I heard track 5. What's up with you niggas? What's going on with you? You telling our business out there like that? What's really going on? You gotta tell them.
or like
Yeah.
she knows it's not about her, and she's like, who the fuck is that?
That I've gotten a lot of. So look. There's two versions of an artist. There's an artist that's dating somebody, and there's an artist that's single, right? So the artist that dates somebody, right, is always gonna have to deal with who's that song about?
Yeah.
Who's this? What are you talking about? And like, shorty, I'm talking about you. I'm with you. But it's like they never get it that way, and so it's like
They don't get it.
they don't get it. I don't know, for whatever reason, bro. It's like in my past relationships, they just never did. Right? There's a few times
what I
like they might blush, they might feel kind of good, or what? Oh, he wrote a song about me, right? But it's like it always just loop back to that. I guess maybe it's just the type of person I am, right? It's like maybe I know in my past I wasn't the best boyfriend, right? So it's like me expressing my love in a song. They're like, nigga, get out of here.
I thought we on that
You know,
same. We
get outta here.
You wasn't doing none of that.
Yeah, you know all that lovey-dovey shit on me.
We on that same,
you know what I mean?
same level. I be feeling like that on the podcast today. But like, who you talking about on the pod? But like, baby, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about
You gotta
You
convince
gotta
them.
understand. You're not reading between the lines. And I'm back here.
Well, no, you telling the truth. This nigga's lying, though.
No, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you.
This nigga's
You might be
lying.
soliciting. I'm soliciting to you. I'm trying to
Just
sell
trying
you
to
my love. You're not trying to buy it. You know what I'm
telling
saying?
you.
I gave you a promo code. You still not trying to buy it. Come on, baby.
This nigga's lying.
know?
So it's just, that nigga's just Calvin. He just be just sitting here trying to convince. Okay, I just had to.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it
you
goes
went
down like that.
through the fucking thing, but then came around the other. This nigga's crazy.
Willie doesn't say.
Willie doesn't say.
PC, bro. PC, bro.
What I'm about to say? Okay, so what was the question you was about to ask? After
What?
that?
Performing.
Yeah.
Performing. Thank God
So
you
look,
have a good
I've done a ton of performances.
Damn, I believe you.
Since being an artist, since 2015, I've been pretty active. I've done 5 tours. I went on tour with the Chainsmokers. I went on tour with the Neighborhood. It's an American rock band from California. I went on tour with Tinashe. I went on tour with Kehlani, and I did my own tour.
How was that?
Fire. So look, I did 5 dates with Chainsmokers. Pardon?
He wasn't talking about the music.
Oh no, I'm gonna get into
I'm talking about
that.
I'm talking about the experience and all.
Oh no, I'm gonna get into that right now.
The girl.
Oh, I'm gonna get into all of that.
You ever crowd surf? That's random.
Crowd surf? I might have done it like once, but it was like it was during it was a Kehlani concert. We were in San Antonio. San Antonio. It was hot as hell, and we had water guns. They gave us water guns.
Wait,
it was so hot because something happened with the venue and the AC was going crazy. Like it wasn't working, so they gave us water guns and we just sprayed it on everybody. I jumped in the crowd, just spraying everybody. It was lit, super lit. But let me go back.
You know, R&B make girls stronger, so I'll go in there and crowd surf for you.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll put it on my Twitter. Crowd surf.
Yeah.
Calling out all my artists that know me.
Yeah. So look, with the Kehlani tour, I actually went on tour with her for 6 months.
God damn.
So that was a long tour. We did from February to July. We did like over 80 shows. We were scheduled for 80 shows, but then while we were on tour, dates were being added.
Dates to the shit.
Yeah, dates were being added on the road. So I can't even tell you how many dates we did, but I know we went on from February 21st, and we ended July 28th, like in that realm. So it was crazy. We did U.S., Canada, and Europe.
Damn.
So we saw the world. It was
Europe
crazy.
tour is crazy.
Insane, bro. Insane.
Wow.
Europe, honestly, that's where we started. We started in Europe, actually. We started up in London.
The tour started in Europe?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Europe. Yeah, it was dope. It was, we started up there and then made our way over here to so we started London, right? Mm-hmm. And because Kay, she's from Oakland, right? We ended in California.
Oh, so
it was like east to west type thing, right? Mm-hmm. And it was great, honestly. It was a great experience, bro. I was the only guy on the tour. So I was it was Kehlani, the headliner,
That's
and then
ratio.
and then me and LMA, we opened for
LMA.
LMA was on the tour too, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
So
It was
you
fire.
like,
You saw Jason Tatum?
so you guys were like in a,
Nah, this before.
Oh.
so you guys were like in a bus together, or was it a jet?
Nah, so
But it was close quarters though.
Yeah. So when we're in Europe, we just like, I'm not sure what LMA's situation was at the time, but I knew Kay, she took a bus. She had a double decker. She even invited me on the bus to stay a couple of days. And but my team and I, we like flew and stuff. Like that's how we got around in Europe, right? Mm-hmm. And then when we got to US, Ella and I, we shared a tour bus, right? Mm-hmm. So we went half on the bus, whatever, and then that's how we rode across US, Canada, and all that, right?
That is crazy.
That is crazy.
It was fire. It was
How
fire.
long ago was this?
This was 2017.
Okay.
2017. And it was fire, honestly. Like, again, at the time too, it was like I didn't have an agent, right? So how I got on the tour was I have a great relationship with Kehlani, right? Mm-hmm. So she just called me one day. I was like literally taking a nap. She called me. I woke up. I was like, what's up? And she's like, you want to go on tour? I'm like, yeah, let's go. She's like, we're leaving in 2 months. I was like, bet. So we left, and then that's how I got on the tour with her. Okay. Because people ask me all the time, how'd you get on? I was like, literally just like through relationships, right? And yeah, we made that work, bro. Honestly, it was a great experience because I was the only guy, right? So it's like I was just surrounded by tons of women, bro. It was like
It was overwhelming.
it was.
They throw draws at you?
They did. Yeah. So like even bro, I'm gonna get into the crazy stories here. So look, there were a few times where I met women, right, who didn't care to get to know me at all. They saw me on stage. Oh, I saw you perform and I thought you were so cute. Da da da. What are you doing after the show? I'm like, I'm just chilling. I'm not from here, so it's like, show me around.
Goddamn.
I remember this one girl. I still don't even know her name to this day, bro. But she was so beautiful. She picked me up after the show, and she was driving this red car. I don't remember. I think it was like it looked like a, what's that, 500 Fiat type car? What's that?
Yeah,
500
a Fiat.
Yeah, Fiat.
Whatever. I don't know what, but it was like shaped like that. And so I was like, cool, I'll get in the car. She started driving.
No, this nigga's crazy. Nah, John, right now.
I'm just listening.
Is the camera on you?
No, I'm just listening. I'm just listening. You
Bro.
get crazier?
Yeah. So like we driving, right? And mind you, like we're not even really talking. We don't have much to say to each other, right? And she's just driving. And I'm starting to think this was a bad idea. Why'd I get in a car with a random girl? I don't know her name, nothing, blah, blah, right?
Yeah.
I know she's of age, though, because she was drinking at the bar. That's how I know. I know that. Bad as hell, bro. I got in her car, and I didn't know her. And I had a 2 a.m. call time. And it was like 1 o'clock. Right, I had like an hour to do whatever I had to do.
Call time for what at 2 a.m.?
Bus, because we had to leave to go to the next city, right? So like you never spend time in the cities. Like you get there the morning of from the night drive, and then you're there that day. You prep, go see the city, whatever, do sound check, do the show, and then at night you leave, right? Anyway, so this girl picked me up. We're driving, and she's driving, and it starts looking a little sketchy because I'm like, okay, where we going, right? She's like, I'm just gonna pull up over here. We put into this neighborhood. She pull over, and then after she's like, you want to get in the back? I was like, all right. I got in the back, and she did the thing. I don't know how much I can say right, but she did the thing, right?
She gave you head, that's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Sloppy toppy?
Yeah.
Neck, okay.
She went crazy.
Super slop.
Yeah, it was crazy, right?
She drove to a destination to give you head?
Yes.
Of course.
Part like it's like she did, like this is her thing that she does.
She put the e-brake on?
Yes, her spot or something, huh?
She put the e-brake on?
E-brake, what's that?
Emergency brake.
Emergency brake. Yeah.
Oh no, she didn't do that.
Oh yeah, you put that emergency brake on, it get rowdy in that back seat. You want to roll one here, like that e-brake on.
E-brake on for head is crazy.
and it was crazy because like she started driving me back and then I started asking. I was like, "What's your name? Like, what do you do?"
Why she was sucking it?
Huh?
Why she was sucking it? Like,
No,
what's
this
your
after.
name?
This after. You know when you get like that post nut, you're like,
This nigga's on his toes.
you get that post nut, you're like,
what the fuck? Like, who are you?
yeah, what's going on? Like,
Oh, you were just leaning back, like after you was done, you just leaning back, just looking at it like, so.
I was
what's your
like,
name?
yeah, because I can't even. I don't. Yeah, I can't even. I don't know her. I don't know her name.
she
And say
tell you?
thank you, huh?
She told you though?
I
You
don't
said
remember
you-
it. I
oh,
don't
you just
remember
forgot
it.
it?
I
Okay.
don't remember it because we
That's
didn't have too much
real.
convo.
You
Like,
don't
and the thing is too, I had come across a lot of girls like that who didn't care to engage, just have interaction, and then we just go our ways.
That is crazy.
Yeah, I had one girl one time, which was so fucking. This was so scary, bro. So I perform, right? I'm the opener. I perform. This girl is in the crowd, right? And I see her in the crowd because she has this fire. Her hair is short. She got this unique look to her. You know what I mean? And I was like, this girl fire. I'm performing. Da da da. And then I go backstage, and that same girl is backstage. I'm like, how did she get there? Yo, she was in the front of the crowd. You know, motherfuckers gotta wait all day to be right there, right?
Yeah.
So when you be singing, do you be like kind of eyeballing what you want afterwards? Like you would look at them a little bit?
I do sometimes a little
You go
bit.
like for the hand grab?
I do. I see him because he
Hand
right
grab
there,
is crazy.
right? And
Hand grab?
I mean, you start picking them out. Like, who the hell am I gonna see after this? Who am I gonna like? You know what I mean? And this one girl specifically, I saw her in the crowd, and I go backstage, and she's there backstage. And then after, she was like, "Oh, you were so cute on the stage. Let me show you these videos I got of you." And she's like, posted these Snapchats, whatever, wife me, blah blah blah, all this stuff. And
destiny.
I was like, "All right, so what you on?" And right there, she's like, I'm on whatever you on, right?
That's it.
And then, but my green room was busy, right? So like, I couldn't bring her my green room because I had everybody in there, and so like we just duck off a little bit, and I see like this control room where it's like cameras and things that like some control shit is in there, right? We shouldn't be in this motherfucker. I go in there anyway. I said, fuck it, bro. We go in there. She start popping me up, right? And this motherfucker's knocking on the door. Boom, boom, boom. Yo, what's going on there? They're trying to get into that room. I'm over there getting top, bro. I'm like, I'm not finna open this door until I'm not. And after fucking, so I nut in her mouth, right?
Wow. This
And then
service
after she spits it on my shoe. Bro, she spits it on my shoe, and now I'm just like my yo. This
What were you wearing?
Yes,
Nigga, I was wearing the Yeezys. You know the first ones? Yo, the first Yeezys,
The
bro.
very, very first one,
Yes,
the
yo,
Adidas?
yes, the black, like
Yes,
it had like
bro.
bro. I know you know what I'm talking about.
The Adidas or the Nikes?
It's Adidas.
The first Adidas. I was about to say.
Like the first Adidas is like
Depending
the.
on Nike.
What color was it?
Yeezys.
It was the black ones.
Oh!
So they definitely showed.
Man, like
bro.
pigeon shit, huh?
It was I don't know what it was, bro. It just felt like my shoe was ruined and shit, and so
That's why you felt that way.
yeah, it was ruined, bro.
Nut on your shoe.
And
On
it
your
was
black
like
shoe.
and like her saliva too, all mixed and stuff. It was just like
What did she say sorry? Did she thought that turned you on or something?
Nah, she's like she didn't look where she was spitting at, but I was like, oh my shoe, shorty.
But she had time to place her spit and
She
miss.
had time to swallow.
I'm not gonna lie,
Time to spit. You
but
in the
like she
control
tried
room.
though.
She did
You know,
try.
she probably never
some
does that, but
decency.
she did that for you. She thought like she was gonna hold it down that day.
She did. Yo,
Where are your manners? We in the control room with all this equipment. You just spit it on the
Hey, the
floor.
service is incredible though. Jesus.
yeah.
Getting driven to a spot, getting head, and driven back to your tour bus is fucking incredible.
Insane.
Yeah.
No problems. Like none at all.
That
So
is
it's like
saying that I can get people to write music for me. I'll sing it.
I
on
swear.
tour.
That's what it is too. It's like you see
They get your
there-
dick sucked in control rooms. Yes.
Nah, because look. There's people who write music, right? But don't have the look.
Yeah.
They're not brandable or marketable.
marketable.
You know what I mean? And so like that's why
Would you
there
argue Neo and the Dream are like that?
Neo and the Dream.
I don't think the Dream has the look. He's like
What's he look like?
sensational.
I don't think about.
He's
maybe
a
it's the
sensa-
Dream. Maybe not Neo.
Yeah, I don't
yeah.
think the Dream
He
had
don't
the
have the
look.
look at the time.
But
Yeah,
the
Like
yeah.
the R&B singer. The
Dream,
Dream, nah.
yeah. The Dream didn't. But he's a
But he made good
sensational.
music, though.
He's an amazing writer. Amazing.
Yeah. You know, and it's like
Yeah, I don't think the dream is. This portion of the podcast is brought to you by Roman Swipe. Gather around, my young men, my podcast people. Uncle Lo got something to tell you. Now, have you ever been in that moment? You sitting there and you stroking it. And all of a sudden you feel that pressure, you feel that sensation, and you just like, ooh, I'm about to bust. And you're like, damn, bro, I just got in this thing. So you start counting backwards. You got to keep going there. You start counting backwards, thinking the Pledge of Allegiance, singing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, trying to figure out how many points LeBron put up last night, but nothing working. And just like that, bam, you finished, dog. Now you had to have this awkward conversation with your mate trying to figure out, hey, this ain't me. This ain't normal. I ain't no Minute Man. Well, no more, because Roman Swipes, they got you covered. Roman Swipes is clinically proven to make you last longer. Make it even better is that it's discreet, convenient, and it's easy to use. All you gotta do is just pull it out the discreet package, rip that thing open, take the wipes out, rub it on your jimmy, let it dry, and get to work. And to make it even better, you don't even need a prescription, dog. It's that simple. Now, if any of this sounds interesting to you, all you have to do is go to getroman.com/peer-to-peer and get $10 off on your first order of Roman Swipes plus free 2-day shipping. Make sure you click the link in the description to get $10 off on swipes so you can start having longer lasting sex. And again, huge shout out to Roman Swipes for sponsoring this portion of the podcast. So how do you make, how is like the process of you just making money ongoing? Because it sounds like there's possibly a bit of just stressful, like you not certain when the next paycheck come in.
Yeah, that's the thing with music, man. You just kind of wing it, right? Like how I get paid today is like all through royalty, right? But it's never like oh, like this month it's like more quarterly, right? Yeah. Or I might just get a surprising check. There's like, you know what I mean? Like things like that happen where it's never like consistent, or I know when it's happening. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Why have you never signed a deal? Because I know like the money they give you up front could be like, it's like a relief for a lot of people.
No, I did do a deal. So like when I started singing back in 2014, I started gaining some traction on SoundCloud. Right. And through SoundCloud, I was getting like a lot of label offers. Labels were reaching out and stuff. I met with like literally everybody, Def Jam, Interscope, Atlantic, Warner, you name it. I met them. Right. And I ended up signing with Def Jam. I spent 3 years with Def Jam. Great 3 years. The reason I went with them was because it didn't feel too corporate like other places did. Like everything, like when I went to meet with Atlantic, it felt too businessy, right? And then when I met with, you know, Warner, they were too clingy, like, you know, just it didn't feel like genuine, you know. I went with Def Jam because Def Jam just felt like home, right? The way they were treating me, how the people were like, you know, approaching me, it was like really chill, and it just felt like, you know, a family reunion type thing, right?
Can you say how much that deal was or no?
How much the deal was?
Yeah.
I guess I could say it. Yeah, I did. I mean, I did a pretty startup deal. I wasn't like a crazy number, right? They gave me 300,000. Right?
That's good, because you were just starting back then.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
You said this was 2017, right?
No, this was 2015.
Oh, that's even earlier.
Yeah, 2015. So like this is like fresh when I just started, right?
Okay.
So they paying you just to be on standby to write for somebody, essentially?
Nah, so they signed me to be an artist.
Oh, yeah.
So I was a full-time artist, right? But people don't understand that when they give you that money, it's not your money. It's a loan, right? So like, yeah, so basically how that money is supposed to be moved around is for you to do all the things that you need to do, whether it's like create the album. Now you have all this money, create the album, do photo shoots, shoot videos, all that money is all for that. So there's no,
you do that well and you make profit, and that's how you get paid.
Exactly. You know what I mean? But a lot of the stuff that start, like when the product that you're, you know, shooting out starts making money, it goes to the label. Right, the label gets that money first, right? Once that money is recouped, that's when you start making your part, right? And so that's how that works, right? But even still, when I got into it, right, I didn't fully understand it, right? I was like 20 years old, right? I was 20 years old when I signed my first deal, right? And, you know, I gave my parents a lump sum of money, right? Not knowing that I needed that money, right? I was like, oh shit, here, Ma, here, Pa, I gave him some money, right? And I have no regrets nonetheless, right? So like it was a great experience, and but I did learn that labels don't really do much for you, but like just give you the money, right? They don't plan stuff for you. They don't
be pitching
put
it
you
like
up here.
they pitch it like they're gonna change your career. Like, oh, we're gonna make sure, like, we're gonna help you grow.
Well, they do that by money, right? Because they know that money rules the world. That's how things move around, right? So
like that growth is coming from you though. Like like as you grow in your music career, I don't think you're thinking like, man, had it not been for my label, I don't think I'd be here. You know, it's like it's the effort that you put in that got you there.
Yeah, no, 100%. I know that for sure because it's like the label's like a bank, right? They're just like a bank. Like they just give you the loan to make stuff happen, right? So it's like, you know, when I did do the tour, right, with Kehlani, whatever, I told them, yeah, I got a tour and and they were just like, okay, they were able to help, you know, put that together, and just coordinate it with the other teams and stuff, right? But yeah, a lot of it is done like through myself and like my relationships and that's how things still work for me today, you know.
You still owe them, or you already paid them off?
Oh, so I mean, so how that situation changed, it was just after the Kehlani tour, right? And you know, there was a situation with the CEO at the time. He had a Me Too movement, whatever, and he had to step down. And then Paul Rosenberg, he became the new CEO at Def Jam.
Paul
right?
Rosenberg.
He's Eminem's manager.
Not Peter Rosenberg.
Oh, okay.
No, Eminem's manager.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? Paul Rosenberg, yeah. And yeah, so like when he became in office, he had a different direction for the label, right? So he had like fired majority of the people that were working in the building. So I didn't have a team, right? And Paul, he fucked with my music. He was real supportive of me, and he wanted me to stay. He was like, honestly, he gave me the option. He was like, you could either stick around for a little bit before, like, so we could put a team together for you, or we could just eliminate the deal, right? And I felt like, you know, everybody that I was excited about when I first signed is no longer there. So I was like, I'm just gonna go, right? So I just took the opportunity to just leave and go be independent, and yeah, I feel like it was the right decision
the whole
because
deal just got canceled.
Yeah, we just terminated it.
That's like
we just terminated
Shroud and Ninja at Mixer.
Yeah. The thing is, though,
I'm just throwing away money at labels, then.
Yeah, that's the thing, though, because it's like, one thing I learned too is like, you know, a lot of it is like, you know, they'll dump a lot of money on you, but and it's like you're meant to pay that back.
Yeah,
you know, so it's like if you're unable to pay that back, then you get stuck in situations like, you know, Lil Uzi or whoever can't drop music right now because why? Because they haven't paid the label back.
Or you get
you know, and it's like no matter how famous or how popular somebody is, it's like the label will dump money on a motherfucker, and it's like if they can't pay it back, then it's like they get stuck. You know, and it's like you wonder why your favorite artist isn't dropping music today, or you know, not engaging in what's happening today. But you know, they're all on Instagram and right?
Do they give you resources though?
Pardon?
So they give you the money. They give you resources to do that, or the resources they give you are expensive, so you use all the money.
Nah, a lot of it is like they'll put up money for like marketing, promotion and stuff, like, you know, shooting off to radio or getting it played on TV and stuff like that, right?
But you still have to pay them back for that marketing as well.
Yeah,
I always wondered, like, if you're savvy enough, why ever sign with a label if you could just build your own team? Now, the one good thing a label is going to have is an entire like sales team. If you're large enough, then it would make sense. But like in almost every context, like it just makes just more sense to build your own team. It's easier said than done, but like at least that way everything is in house. Like you could always outsource things to make them easier, but
they give you that. I mean,
I say they give you the capital though. That's
they
why.
may be better than what they are. So you got some people that have really good talent that when a label giving them money, they're gonna outperform and make money. So it just speeds up the process. And some people
Now that I disagree. I disagree with that.
I understand that for like.
I disagree with that. I would agree with that 15 years ago. But over the past 15 years, it's been proven time and time again. Because most of the artists that have been on right now, they had years proving that they could do it by themselves independently. Like not like one or two hit songs. Majority of them have years of evidence that they've proven that they've been able to make quality music before they even
I'm just saying,
sign.
I don't know if they feel like they're already doing good, but with the label, okay, they give them $1 million bonus. They're already doing good with the help of that. That's going to elevate them to that next level instead of doing it by themselves.
Yeah, like
I'll probably cut a 2-year
I
process
think-
in 6 months.
Yeah. So like things have changed so much. So like when I signed too, like streaming wasn't heavy. Yeah, it didn't get popular until like the year after, right? And streaming has changed labels. They've changed labels completely, right? So like now Spotify's a label, right? Now Apple Music is a label. Now like all these streaming services, they could be a label. Like, you know what I mean? They have things like where they have artists up next, right, on Apple Music, or
I'm surprised they don't do that though.
Do what?
Why does Spotify just throw money at artists?
They do. Like the thing is, we're not too familiar with it because it's like you're not heavy on Spotify. Like you know what I mean? You are.
They got.
I don't. Yeah,
they got those like Spotify shows they do, like that drops exclusively on Spotify. Spotify now you could drop your music video on Spotify, and they got their collab with Genius, so the lyrics show up on the screen if you need help fucking memorizing them. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, Spotify is killing the game right now. Yeah.
So I mean, now streaming has taken over, where it's like you don't really need, the label. You just need relationships, right? So it's like you see like a lot of like independent artists, getting a bunch of streams because like they have the platforms supporting them. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's taken over in today's world. Like now artists are able to be their own. They're able to do things on their own.
That's so crazy. Like back in the day, you get on like the radio and that's like huge. But now you get on Rap Caviar or whatever the R&B equivalent is, and it's like, bro, I'm on Rap Caviar. Like especially at the top of the list. Yeah. It doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't matter how. Man, that shit is getting millions of views, even if it's there for like a few days.
Yeah.
So now it's like being on the correct playlist is. Do you have like I think someone told me 50%. I guess it depends on each artist, but how much of the traffic you get on streaming services comes from like playlists rather than someone like actually searching up like your specific music?
I think majority of it today
comes from playlists.
Yeah,
it's kind of like the YouTube homepage. It's like most of your views are gonna come from there.
Yeah, I mean that brings you new audience, right? Because these platforms, they have playlists, with your target audience, right? They're just not familiar with who you are, and so it does help in a sense of them discovering you and now becoming engaged in what you have going on, right? Because it's like, they hear one song of yours, then you drop another, right? Now they're engaged. Like that's how like people discover new artists, and it's like, oh, that's not my new favorite artist. I found it on this playlist, right? And that's the world we live in now. That's like if they were on if we're watching TV and this is back in the day, we're watching 106 in Park. Oh, I saw this new artist. It was a new video came out. Now I'm like what I mean. It's the same way it would play out because that was your source of finding out what was happening. You know. And
LimeWire.
Or LimeWire, you know what I mean?
We all grew up on that.
Yeah.
We can say that.
You know what I mean?
we all do that.
So that's how that stuff come about.
But the reason why I say that because I don't know. I mean, because we also all grew up in an era where like I just feel like we all witnessed the transition in like music and how it was consumed from the traditional sense to where we kind of are now. Where I kind of feel like it's going back to traditional sense instead of like radio, like we saying, it's like streaming service. But like we kind of just grew up off of like it transitioning to where like you heard of like Cole, Kendrick, Meek, Wale, like all of them, Wiz Khalifa and them, just through word of mouth, because like that was the only way that you ever really heard of them. Like I grew up here and I knew about Meek and Wale and them, and they were all up north. Like not too many Atlanta niggas like were reaching that far, but for whatever reason, there was a lot of people coming. Like I heard about them, so I just feel like I don't know. I feel like we, especially in the age of internet, like it's just powerful. Like the word of mouth is just so powerful enough to where like it could potentially carry a career. And practically every artist who's survived over the past 10 plus years fits that. At least rappers, I'm not going to say artists, fits the description of like they had an established career before they even signed. Like J. Cole, Kendrick. All of them had they all had mixtapes like well before they signed. They were actually quality mixtapes. So I don't know, I'm huge on this concept of like, I don't understand the purpose of record labels, especially with the type of money that they throw in that you all know that it's like supposed to get paid back. And yet I get that the capital, like the upfront capital to kind of get things kind of off and going, but you've already proven like, nigga, I can go record down the street at my nigga's house and make the same shit that just fucking went viral. So why am I don't really need the $300K or $500K or how much of money they throwing me. So that's my whole input on it. Yeah. Also, have you seen that shit with Glorilla? Glorilla,
she signed with
CMG. Yeah, see what's his name? Yo Gotti.
Yo Gotti. What's his bro?
Have you seen that? You seen that clip? It's a clip where like she gets in a private jet and like they had the money there that the whole setup and money like chain. Yeah, with the chain and all that shit, which is crazy because
she didn't read nothing.
Yeah, so then I don't think
what it said in the comments.
I don't think niggas actually know. If I'm not mistaken, all that shit is a prop. It's just prop. Like first of all, it's a 2-page contract. Like that's not how they sign contracts, unless Yo Gotti has like one of the worst contracts imaginable. but it's like a 2-page contract, and there's just money there. If I'm not mistaken, I think all that shit is just just for looks for her to sign it. I could be wrong.
I never seen that video, so I'm not familiar.
Yeah,
right?
Right
but
now.
Kanye, he made a point one time in an interview. I can't remember what interview specifically, but he did say like contracts should just be 1 page.
Some of them are.
Yeah. And
But like the dishonest ones aren't.
nah, bro, some of these contracts, I'm like, why is it 13 pages?
But they be trying to protect themselves from the craziest stuff. The wordage they use to protect themselves, unrevolving,
Threshold.
in perpetuity.
What's that?
Like no matter what planet you're on, this applies.
Yeah, it's like territory, the universe.
The universe. Well, Lo is showing Jahkoy a video.
I have a hard. I'll send it to
they was like in the comments. They was like,
I have a hard.
so happy, and she didn't read nothing. They was like, I guarantee. They just kept saying she didn't read the contract.
I have a hard time believing this is the first time she's ever seen this contract though.
No, so look. There's 2 ways to understand what we just looked at right now, right? So she probably had a lawyer, look over it prior to signing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like when I did my deal, I had my lawyer look it over. When I got to the paper, I didn't have to read it. My lawyer already did, right? So it's like it could be one of those situations where she got approved. Yeah, this is everything on it is proper. Just you ready to sign.
Gave her a lawyer.
That also could happen.
That is something else. Now that's something else.
Now you lawyer being provided by the people that's about to finesse you is
sign you
crazy.
for $100 million, give you a chain, $100 million, and your own lawyer.
Yeah, but now
And
you're
your own lawyer.
And your own lawyer.
And your own lawyer is
personal
crazy.
lawyer.
Your own
that's
personal
crazy.
lawyer is crazy.
Yeah,
Now,
a friend of mine.
I have heard that before though. I have heard that where like if Def Jam, they already have their own legal team, so I'll tell our legal team look over it for you. Yeah, like that type of shit. But I don't know how common it is now. But I don't think that because they had the whole she ran or her people ran up on the jet and they popping bottles sign. I'm almost 1,000% sure they got that shit in a PDF through an email like a month or 2 ago, and they read through it and they came to the conclusion.
You trust a nigga when he read a contract, he go, yep. That's about right.
That's about right. And
Where's the bonus at? Oh yeah, that's about it. That's about right. That's what you told me. What's wrong right there?
Nah, the label deals is hella lucrative though. I saw who was it?
2% ownership.
Trippie Redd had a
16 albums.
2% owners. They get 0% ownership.
Yo, it's crazy. You don't own your masters, nothing, bro.
Yeah,
it's like
that's another reason why I do it though. But if you don't own anything,
I'm not gonna lie. Most people don't need their masters, bro. No one's buying your music. Like, let's be honest. Like, it has no value. Like, someone has to be willing to pay for your thing.
I get that, but what I'm saying is, if you're already an established artist,
even then, like I
disagree. I
remember one time I was doing a deal. It was a buttload of money, but my manager was like, "Hey, man, like you're gonna have to they would own it, but I would have a license in perpetuity to use it, so it wouldn't even be mine." And then I thought to myself, like, bro, who am I licensing this out to? Like, who's going to use this YouTube video? Like, is Snapchat going to pay for this? They're not going to pay for this YouTube video. So, like, someone has to be willing to pay for it to have value. But them shits be hella. I bet them shits is hella enticing, man. Trippie Redd is getting $30 million for 3 albums, or I think Lil Durk got $40 million. Like, god damn,
he has
like
to pay it back though.
It doesn't matter, bro. That money hit your account. It doesn't matter, man. It's short term. You don't know when you might get locked up. You don't know when something could happen. You might die and your family now needs the bread. Like, you have no clue what could happen.
I get
so,
that.
like, sometimes, man, if the numbers looking that juicy. Like, a Trippie Redd 3 albums. He drops 3 albums a year.
$1 million in your account probably looks amazing.
$1 million. Imagine $30 million. This shit, boom, $30 million in your account now, and you open up Chase.
I think of something like that, and I be thinking like, damn,
how many numbers?
What is this? What comes with this money? 30 million?
It's like
what comes with 30 million?
We could idolize how much money it hit somebody's account through like that transaction, but it's like, there's a lot of things that come with it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
what comes with 30 million?
I've never got a contract that had a lot of money and didn't think, damn, they're gonna want a lot of shit in return.
Yeah.
I mean,
hey, man. Sometimes the smaller contracts in volume is just easier because it's like, yeah, bro. Yeah, they be. Yeah,
no, but it's like also like these labels, they have control over like when you release things or like things like that. So like that could slow down the shit that you like have 100%.
Going. And even like if you're in good standing with them now, like in 2 years you're in bad standing, and now like you're fucked and benched and you can't do shit about it. I heard Kodak, they wouldn't let him drop nothing. And then he leaked his own song and he went #1 on Rap Caviar. And so they let him drop his album, which is fucking hella funny.
I think that was
Kodak following the rules would just be wrong.
You know what I mean?
So he just did whatever he wanted to.
Facts.
And it be like that, bro. It really be like that. It really be like that, bro.
Yeah.
That's funny as
All
hell.
right, let's get into these juicy questions, man. What is your horniest moment?
My horniest moment?
Yeah, your horniest moment. Your
He's
horniest.
at- he's-
Huh?
Your horniest moment. Yeah, your horniest.
I'll tell you a little story.
It's a crazy way to start.
So look,
Tell you a little story.
I was in Australia,
Ooh.
right?
The dynamite.
Hey,
Harky.
oi. So
Let's trip
I,
on that Barbie.
yeah. So I was in Australia. I was dating this girl.
You was what? You eating a girl?
No, I was dating this
I
girl.
think you said eating. I was like, God damn, we started off crazy. But you dating a girl, okay?
What's so crazy about that, Lo?
No, so look.
No, ain't nothing crazy, but I'm saying he started crazy.
Right?
So you dating this girl, all right?
So I was dating this girl, right? I was dating this girl, and these niggas laughing.
I'm sorry.
That's good.
Fucking sorry, man. It's been a long day. All
All
right.
right, yeah.
This nigga. So look, so I'm dating this girl, right?
Yeah.
And she's a very popular girl, right? She's very popular.
I'm listening to you. I'm listening
And so this girl, and so she's got to go to this event, right, for the weekend, right? I'm staying at her crib, right?
Yeah.
And you know, I get bored. I don't know what to do with myself. I'm all the way in Australia, and I don't have friends, right? I figure, you know what? I'm gonna go to the strip club.
Okay.
In Australia?
Yeah.
Wow.
That was the thought in my head. You know what? I'm gonna go to the strip club, right? So I go on Google, gentlemen's club, nearest one to me. And there was this gentleman's club like 5 minutes away, right? 5 minutes away from the crib. I get in the car, pull up over there, and I go, and it looks just like a strip club, but it was like really quiet outside. It was like really quiet, like it looked really ducked off, and you know, it's really late at night. So I'm over there. I go in, and it's like this desk, and it's got like a bell. I hit the bell, right? And I'm waiting for somebody to come out. And this older lady, she comes out, and she's coming out, she's giggling, and she's all like, you know, she's like, there's some people here saying that you're famous, right? The girl I was dating, she was like fairly popular in Australia, and I'm the only black guy for like miles away, right?
Yeah.
I stand the fuck out, right? Anyway, so she's like, the girls in the back, they're saying that you're famous, and I just shrugged it off because I was like, I'm okay. Anyway, so she's like, you want to just wait in that room over there for me, and I'm gonna have some girls come out, right? And I was like, okay, this is unusual for a strip club,
Yeah,
right?
for
Strip
sure.
club, you go in there, it's poles, everyone in there going crazy.
Sounds like a brothel, but keep going.
So I go in,
Yeah,
right?
they said wait in the room. They're gonna send them to you.
Yeah, so I go in the room, and there's this big screen, it's porno on the screen. There's a big screen of porno, right? And I'm sitting over there. What the fuck? I'm in Australia, mind you, right? So I'm just
By
thinking,
yourself, right?
I'm by myself.
With porn on the screen.
Porn on the screen, right?
Okay.
I'm on a chair, like velvet chairs, red velvet chair, just sitting waiting. And a line of girls come out, a line of girls. And the lady, she said to me, which girl do you want?
God damn. This
Right?
is shit out of Coming to America.
She said,
Yeah.
which girl do you want? And I was like, I want that one, right? The Brazilian looking one. I was like, So I took her, Maria. I remember her name too. And and she brings me to this room, and she's like, baby, you want a shower? And all that. And I was like, this is not a strip club. This is not a gentleman's club.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's a gentleman's club.
Yeah, for sure, for gentlemen's. And she was like, baby, this is a brothel.
Oh.
And I was like, I never, there's no brothels from where I'm from. There's none.
There's no brothels here.
There's none. And I didn't know that they existed in real life, bro, like that. Like,
it's like you pay to have sex. That's what it is.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what a brothel is. Yeah.
yeah.
You can't back down. You already picked her.
Yeah, I already picked her. But, right? I did. I picked her, right?
So when you picked it, that basically you swiped your card.
Yeah.
No, I didn't swipe my card yet.
But basically you did though.
You already like.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
already didn't made the like.
So you didn't even know. There's no even price. You didn't even know what you charging right now.
Nah, so look. Now when she's taking me to the room, right? She was taking me to the room in the hallway. I saw some girls, and then some girls were giggling. The girls were giggling in the thing, and they were giggling in the hallway. I just didn't mind it. I was like, whatever, because I remember the girl at the front, the lady at the front. She was like, "Oh, the girls, they say they recognize you or whatever, right?"
Yeah.
And so, you know, I'm in the room, whatever. I spend a little time in there, and I get out. And
What? You get out the room?
yeah, I did my business.
Okay.
Right, I did my business, right? And so I
was
get
fire?
it. Pardon?
It was worth it.
Oh yeah, no, it was fire.
Really?
It
was
seems
fire.
uncomfortable. It's like a movie scene. Like, 'cause you didn't know. You thought it was
The
a strip
thing,
club.
yeah, I thought it was a strip club. So the
what I
whole
thought.
thing was just all like,
Well, you were dating some at the time, though.
I know. The thing is, so like, I'm trying to figure it out. Like, what's going on here right now, right? I meant to come to this strip club. I end up seeing this girl.
You were
this
just
girl-
confused.
Bro, I'm confused as hell, bro.
Yeah, you
I'm
just
confused. I'm like,
confused.
I thought this is how strip clubs are in Australia.
Of course.
I've never been, you know what I mean? I don't know how it
course.
works,
You got
right?
to put-
Even
Different
when
places,
you was
different
headed back to the back room, you were just still
You
confused.
can't come in on soft. You got to come in hard.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, and then, bro. So and so I leave, right? And almost immediately, bro, I get a message from my girl,
Oh,
and she was like, "Are you at a brothel?" And I didn't know what to say because I didn't know that I was there. I didn't even know it was called a brothel. I didn't know that.
Yeah, for sure.
Bro, she messaged me and she was all like, she saw like there was girls there. They took videos of me and shit
Damn,
and shared
4K.
it. Bro, I swear to God, I was like, oh no way, bro. They aired me out
yeah.
just because I wanted to just go see some titties, some ass and some titties.
There's no privacy law.
There was no.
They're just airing you out.
Nah, so they shot it all off to my girl. My girl, she's like very popular. She's like,
Only exclusive to your girl.
yeah,
I
they
thought
shot it
they,
off to.
like,
No, they
posted on
didn't
social
post it
media.
out. No, they sent it to her. They were just all like, look what your man's doing, blah blah blah. And that's when I realized I was a horny nigga. I was like really like, I didn't hold myself. I was at the brothel. I did my thing.
Yeah.
How
First,
did,
okay,
how did
just,
your girl at the time
it's a
react to
lot
that?
of things. It's a lot of things I gotta ask.
Bro, she hated my guts. I swear to God. She was all like, let me see your phone. What did you search? Da, da, blah, blah, blah. I told her I searched a gentleman's club. That's what I was looking for, and I didn't get it. I got something else. And it was
How
tough.
did they know? How did they know her number?
They didn't know her number. She's popular on Instagram. They just
Oh, they
shot it
do-
out
oh,
there.
okay.
They knew of her. You said she was big and you
She's
was
popular.
okay.
Yeah, I was the only black
Yeah.
guy. And on top of that, I'm driving her car. I brought her
not
car in the
her
parking
whiskey.
lot. Yeah, she's like, you brought my car over there, blah, blah. She got all mad and
Was it
stuff.
a noticeable car?
It's like, what? She got an AMG, right? Yeah. And it's like,
Can't miss that.
no,
Yeah.
right?
So how much did it cost?
Was it what?
How much it cost?
What?
Pussy, man.
Oh, nigga,
that meat by the pound.
no. Okay, the thing is,
Got a combo like a
combo.
two-lip combo.
I think it was like,
The tease package.
nigga, I think it was like $200.
Did your girl say anything to the nature of like, you know, once you realize,
I'm not gonna lie, I lied to her. I lied to her about the whole situation.
oh,
I did.
what'd you tell her?
So I told her that
$200 for all that.
Say
I
again?
was just thinking about like it's amazing to me that women are still because like I'm thinking like
$200
pussy is
for all
like
that here?
$800.
They don't do that.
Nah.
I thought like pussy was like $500. So
That's what I was thinking. 200. And you said she was bad.
Super bad.
Bro, that's
Super
like,
bad. You had
that's like-
options.
That's like $400 an
Options.
hour. That's
Yeah.
an incredible
Was it a
rate.
time limit or
no,
was
it's
it until you was
a current
done?
word, but just think
Nah,
about
nah,
it.
you
From
just do
How
the
much
it.
lawyers get paid?
You just do your
just-
thing. You do it in and out.
USD more stronger out there? USD stronger in Australia?
Yeah, way stronger.
Way stronger?
Way stronger.
Oh, so $200 probably like $400 out there.
Yeah. You get a
that's
good
about
buck
right.
over there. Solid.
Huh.
But
No, I'm thinking to myself like as a man like I'm just thinking like why haven't more niggas just followed that route? Like what the fuck is going on?
Now we see low out there with a
buying-
kangaroo in Australia.
Kangaroo is crazy.
Crazy.
Because what's his name? Deshae said for his experience only $100.
Yeah.
he was in LA, and prices should be high. Inflation is crazy out there. It's just the way that it
Inflation on pussy is crazy.
it's insane.
works.
So your girl didn't tell you like, why did you go ahead with it after you realized what it was?
He was confused, man.
I was confused.
Like
and
the whole time?
I was confused. Yes, I was.
Yeah, he was confused.
Also,
I mean,
too-
regardless of what you went to, you knew like
many
you shouldn't have
options.
fucked her.
No, he was just confused.
I was confused.
He thought you were a private dance.
I mean.
What did you tell her? Why
He
did you
was
lie about?
confused.
No, I told her I meant to go to the gentleman's club, the strip club,
Exactly.
right?
That's true though.
That's literally what I was trying to do.
It was already too
Right?
deep,
But you
he
did
made
it,
a
though.
selection.
Bro,
He didn't mean to go. He was
I didn't mean to go.
confused.
I
But
didn't
you
mean
still fucked.
But he was confused though.
Like,
Were you gonna fuck at the strip club anyway?
Nah, I wasn't.
He was just
he
confused.
would have been
though.
confused there. He was confused.
he was confused.
I was like, what's this? Right?
Yeah.
He was like, where the
I literally
strippers
just
at?
thought that this is how strip clubs
You
are in
made so many
Australia.
decisions in your confusion. You picked the girl.
But he's still
You walked
confused.
to
He
the
ain't
room,
having a
going
private
on.
dance. He confused.
Bear with him,
Oh, you
man.
thought it was like a private dance.
That's what I thought. I thought it was like you get to pick a girl, get in the
she'll
room, she
lead you
dance
to
on
the
you,
strip
blah, blah,
club.
blah.
But when she told you like, "Do you want to shower?"
He was still confused.
He was
That was still confusing?
He thought
I was-
maybe that was his personal server. That could have been his personal server to help him get his food and
just in case
beverages.
you want to be clean, smelling nice.
know?
You know what I mean?
That's. I mean,
For the dance.
Yeah. That probably like his private server when to lead him to the strip club. They get his drinks and beverages and like help
all of
him.
that. All that. They give you
He
drinks
was,
and
he was
beverages,
just
everything. They
confused.
give you all
that's
that.
all.
He was confused.
He's just confused.
Bro, I was a confused one.
so when
he
you
was
left, were you less confused or more confused?
He probably found
No,
it.
no,
Like,
I was good. I was like, okay, like I can think straight. You know, I nutted and shit. So I'm like, my head is straight. I know what's going on. I know what's up.
he found the light.
And if he still was confused when he got that text, he
Nah,
definitely
nigga,
was
like,
not confused.
I was like, I was
Confusion
so
came
woke.
back.
I was
That's what I was baffled again.
It was clarified on that phone. He was like, "Oh shit, I was." No, all right, cool.
Bro, it was insane.
You need to learn how to read reviews, man.
The thing is, I called before I went. And that's the craziest part. I called. I was like, hey, is this a gentleman's club? Yeah, baby, come. Da da da. I'm like, bet.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta say strip club. I mean, I guess that is a gentleman's club.
Yeah.
But I mean, you gotta say
On
strip.
strip, the terminology strip club, I think is only in America.
America?
Yeah, America, yeah.
Did you
it's
pay her
only-
in ones by any chance?
No.
Oh.
No, I
they
don't
have-
think
do they have
they're
one
not
dollar
ones.
after?
No,
Venmo?
no, they got
Coins?
Australian dollars.
Yeah, coins.
That's some Australian dollars.
Yeah. Okay.
No, not coins. Actually,
they're-
like actual paper money.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You could have got multiple. You could have been really confused.
Could have.
Yeah, what if you wanted two dancers?
I could have requested.
Dang.
Yeah,
You would've
because
been
I mean, the
confused,
girl
though.
did ask me if I wanted somebody else to come in the room, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, not really.
Yeah, you just wanted one dancer.
Yeah.
That wasn't confusing for you.
Yeah,
No, I mean,
dancers. Yeah, you just wanted multiple dancers.
Yeah.
Like, no, I just want one dancer. That's it.
yeah.
So like she did.
It was solid. They provided drinks in the room and everything. Like they set the vibe for you,
the
bro.
hospitality for dancing is yes, for sure.
So what happens after? Once you're done, she just kind of like gets up and vanishes.
Yeah, did she get up? She actually showered me after.
She showered you?
Yeah,
Wow.
she like washed my body.
That's fire.
That's an experience.
Yeah, she washed
for
my
after
body.
a dance.
Yeah, she washed my She washed my body, and after she just walked me out, and
So how long?
said-
almost immediately after, I was like,
got a text
just
message.
getting aired out, boom, 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 boom. I was like, God damn.
So how long before like she forgave you for your confusion?
The thing is, so look, I wasn't in there that long. I was only there I was in there for about 30, 40 minutes, right? But then after like, the messages that she, what?
Oh, you was confused. $200.
Yeah, being there for nearly an hour, you definitely confused. nigga.
Nah, 'cause the thing is,
hours.
because I
You
was
said
still
30
feeling that
minutes.
guilt. I was like, if I stay here too long, I'm gonna be fucked up, right? So I got what I needed. I got out, and after fucking
That's like shooting a nigga.
Yeah, the
and be
way
like,
you
oh,
described it
man.
is hilarious.
yeah,
You already
this
fucked
story
up.
is
You might
hilarious.
as well you can't get any more fucked up.
no,
You
no.
can't get no badder.
You might
No,
as
no,
well
no, but the
keep
thing is-
going, man. You already
Now-
fucked up.
Yeah, no, but the thing is over there, like once you release whatever, that your time is done.
Oh,
You
once
could
you
have
release, you're done.
just
You know-
held out. That's like a.
Oh.
So wait, you can.
So they try to get it out you quick. 'Cause once it's they have a
Yeah,
that's
they got
fire
once you
incentive.
go,
They gotta have a high
bust and
turnover
go
rate.
policy.
Yeah,
a high turnover rate. Yeah, that's what.
Okay.
Oh, bust and go.
that's
Yeah.
that is
That's why they put down
fascinating,
the fine
man.
print.
Yeah,
That
They
is-
don't have that in the states. I don't think they got it in
Bust and
Canada
go.
either. I'm sorry.
no,
A brothel.
no, they do
Not
not.
that I know of.
Yeah.
I've never experienced that in my life, bro.
Yeah.
Never in my life.
Yeah.
But little things like that.
Back pages.
Go there passing out trying
Back
to hold
pages.
that.
That doesn't exist anymore.
Extended.
That exists.
Get it out, baby.
I only heard
It
about
doesn't
that.
exist in the states.
I've
anymore.
only heard about that.
Not this time, Tina.
You never heard about back pages?
No, I've heard about it, but I never like gone on
This
it.
time, Tina. You're not getting me with that.
I heard about it. I think I remember it was like on Craigslist or something like that.
No, that's petty, Joe.
That bang start popping out.
Craigslist, right?
Petty as fuck.
Oh, okay. That I don't know about.
John,
I know something like it was
role
on.
playing, holding in your nuts.
You know that bust and go policy. You know what I'm saying? You know the regulars be coming there trying to
bust and
preserve it. They bust that shit in the car before they come out. so they can last longer. Oh, baby, you're taking them longer than normal today. Yeah, Tina.
Yeah.
Fucked around and had me pay $300 for 15 minutes.
Dude, that's hilarious, man.
Oh man.
All right, so that does answer one question. And you already asked some of the other questions.
So look, I have another story. So look, this girl I was dating, she had a kid, right?
Okay.
And her kid was like very adamant about sleeping with his teddy bear, right?
Okay.
So like he would not sleep without his teddy bear, right? And this particular night she was like really horny. She wanted the baby to go to sleep so we could fuck, right? And so we try to put her in the bed. I do the yeah.
You were trying to?
You put the baby to bed?
Yeah. Because
singing lullabies?
No, because I was dating a girl who had kids,
You were
bro.
singing to the baby?
You were singing lullabies.
Yeah, you got to, man. Put the baby to sleep, man.
That is
Damn.
beautiful.
Come on, you know.
Wow.
And it's not really a baby. He's like maybe 4 years old, right?
Okay.
But it's like he
the
could
baby
talk, he
didn't
could
go to sleep,
articulate
though. It just
himself.
looked at you. Like you were singing like a lullaby and the baby just sat there just looking at you.
Yeah. No.
You know, baby, Agent has a special baby power. We was at the airport. Every baby looked Agent in his
I
eyes,
don't know
no
why
matter what
babies
baby.
love staring at me.
All the
I
babies
can't-
were staring at
But
Agent.
like their parents are looking at me like I'm making faces or something. I'm not even looking at these babies, but they won't stop
Like a
looking
baby
at
was
me.
throwing a fake temper tantrum, was crying, and then I was start talking shit about the baby. I was like, look at that baby throwing a fake temper tantrum, and it looked at me and looked at Agent and started just scolding at him. Just the whole time in the line, as we almost missed our flight. Every baby was just looking at Agent like you was like the.
It might be the hair.
Yeah, I might just have to start a daycare, man. I got like fucking. I need to monetize this new power I just discovered I have.
It might be your
look
hair.
like a villain that all babies fear or something like that. Like
Or a
everybody,
hero.
They fear him?
maybe.
Fear
No,
is
that's
crazy.
Crazy.
Nah, they be
No, I'm
smiling
scared
half
of
the
you.
time.
I was about to say they fearing this nigga. That's
You never
crazy.
know. It could be his leader or they could be scared. It could be one or the other. But baby was looking at him. I was trying to test
Be their
it.
leader.
And I was like, let's see this baby looked at him. The baby was over the shoulder. What's the baby doing? The baby was doing something to somebody.
I don't know.
Remember the little Asian baby was. Oh, he was choking the dad out and then it stopped.
Oh,
when
no,
he
it
saw
was a
Agent.
baby 2-hand choking his dad. Swear to God. Full
Just
power.
like just squeezing that and then looked at Agent over the shoulder and stopped and just started staring. You saved that man's life, man. That
I really
baby wasn't
did,
gonna
man.
stop.
I saved the baby's life too. You choke out your dad, he's dropping you.
Babies are
All right,
interesting.
so this other story you
Oh yeah, so let me tell you. So look,
singing to the baby.
yeah, so I'm singing to the baby, right? Put the baby now is calm in the bed or whatever, and we go downstairs, right? And she was like very adamant about getting freaky this night, you know. So it was like, all right, bet. So I'm on the same level as her, right?
Yeah.
And so she start giving me top, right? She started off like that, boom. And this particular time she was going really good. I closed my eyes. I'm leaning back. I'm like, but you know when you could feel somebody's presence?
Not the baby was over you.
Hold on, bro. I didn't even get there yet. Hold on. So I'm over there like this, right? And I could just feel the presence of somebody like around. And I open my eyes and from where I'm looking, like there's a mirror, like right where you are. There's a mirror right there. And I could see the baby looking from he cut off like this.
Mom, what are you eating?
And I saw, I saw,
Is that a Snicker?
and I call his name out. And he runs.
Mom,
I
you
was
said
like,
no Butterfingers after
Yo,
dark.
it was the craziest thing. I was like, did I just scar this baby? I don't know.
Oh, you turned
Wait,
to
wait. This is a real question. Did you stop?
I had to.
Okay. Some niggas on this
You
podcast.
start back
Nah,
up?
the baby, huh?
You start back up?
Yeah, I gave it a stiff arm. I was like, hold on. He's right there, bro. And she jumped off.
She jumped up, wiped her mouth, and
everything.
took the baby
boom,
out.
boom, boom, boom. She's like, why you not sleeping?
Why did you just do that?
That's why I'm role play with she
But
did.
then y'all went back at it after that.
Oh, for sure.
Okay. Some niggas
What the
on this
baby came
podcast
back?
don't stop.
And
Yo,
start
nah, but-
laughing. Oh, you hit a baby at the door.
The thing is, he was laughing. He was laughing on his run. He was laughing running, right?
Oh, because he
Did he know?
Yeah.
Did he know? No, he didn't know.
No, he didn't know. He's 4.
Nah, he does not.
But what do you
yeah.
think was happening?
I have no idea, and that's still like it still strikes me today.
Like, he definitely told one of his friends in school.
But how old was the baby? But how old was the baby?
34 years
Wait
old.
for you to try to explain what this nigga said. What did this nigga say to his school?
You gotta put yourself in a position of a baby. A baby's probably thinking some fucking dumb shit, right? So he might relate it to like Legos or just like something. She was probably eating
He was eating
something that he dropped on his pants. I don't know, like She was probably like,
Like,
I
huh?
don't know how a baby would.
But he
like,
didn't. But he didn't actually see because he's behind y'all.
Nah, so the thing is, he was on the corner. Like, he was on the corner of where...
Oh, so he might have actually.
he was in the
seen
corner, and I saw him through the mirror, because the mirror reflects that
off that corner.
Was she like
And
under
he
the
was-
covers?
And he was holding the wall like you know, somebody... Like,
Yeah.
Was she like under the covers or something? Or was like y'all
nah,
just
he
open?
was bare. Right on the
Bare.
couch.
just risking
She
it
was
all.
butt naked?
No. She was not butt naked.
Okay. That would have been
That would
That'd
have
have
been
been
crazy.
crazy.
Now that would have been.
cheeks and meat before you go to bed is crazy.
that
Hope it
would've
wasn't a
been-
Sunday, go to school on Monday. Like,
All right. What are
cheeks
the
and meat.
What are the top 5 things you look for in a woman?
Top 5 things
Yeah.
that I look for in a woman. I think just my weakness when I meet a woman is mostly like her face. Right, it starts with her face. If I could stare at her, and maybe yeah. I
That's
guess so.
what
Yeah,
face is, looks.
yeah. The thing with me is like I love a beautiful woman.
That's part
So I
of
look
it.
for like beautiful, like someone who's really beautiful in the face. She had to have a nice voice, right?
Just in case
boy.
you need to collab.
Yeah, just in case we need to collab.
Collab is
You know?
crazy.
You know what I mean? I think somebody who's just like has emotional intelligence. You know, someone with emotional intelligence.
EQ. That's what it is.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people who don't have emotional intelligence, and it's unfortunate, but there are people out there like that, and it's like
Emotional intelligence.
yeah, emotional intelligence.
Let me get that right from the top. So we got number 1, beating everything else. We got looks, beautiful face,
Yeah.
then voice, and emotional intelligence. I'm just gonna repeat that one time just for everybody. Number 1, looks, voice, and emotional intelligence. Okay.
Yeah. And I think
Any rebuttals, low?
so yeah.
I'm gonna let him.
You've been cracking your fingers for a minute.
It's his.
Looks
It's
doesn't
his
even crap
voice.
his top 20.
It doesn't crack my top 5. Not 20 is crazy.
I don't know why.
20 is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think somebody someone that just bounces off my energy, somebody that reciprocates my energy, you know, in a positive way.
Bounces off energy.
Like I don't know what to call that.
You're a heavy vibe guy.
Yeah, heavy vibe guy. Yeah, you know,
You into astrology?
I'm not. But
energy.
That's the right answer.
I'm not into astrology. Like I don't go and read like what's today saying about to me. And
Alright, that's the right
look at that
answer. That's the
stuff,
right
right?
answer. Okay.
I just I wing it with that one.
All right, so vibes is 4, and one more thing.
I think just somebody who dress well,
I like that.
right? You got to be able to dress well. Yeah. I don't know if all my answers sound shallow. I don't know what.
They do, but it's fine.
I think.
They do.
So like, what would someone else say?
It's honest though. That's what
Yeah,
you
that
really
means
look
that's
for.
you.
But
That's
I feel
you.
like some
I
people
guess
think
I'm-
certain traits should be given.
Yeah, yeah.
So certain stuff you would assume you're not saying, but you would automatic like loyalty and all that stuff. You would assume.
No, give me like
The thing is,
2 or 3 more, John.
The thing is, you don't know about
Loyalty,
you don't.
ambition, all that stuff. You would want that with that girl, but these are like the stuff that
No.
it naturally
No.
You
attract
assume
you.
ambition in anybody.
Assuming
let alone
ambition is
women?
crazy.
No,
I
you
mean,
don't.
you're not assuming it, but it's like it's so
That's
much
what
stuff.
you just said.
Huh?
That's what you just said.
Yeah, I know.
Do
I
not
know.
assume
I know,
anything
but
about
I just want to make
anybody,
the point
man.
that looks is an important factor.
Because that's the thing, though. We oftentimes with those things already checked off, we assume that they're able to be loyal or be
That's a part of a
honest.
relationship.
Why would
And
you assume
why
that?
would you assume that? Why are you assuming that?
There's so much cheating. Why would you
Because
assume
there's so
that?
many
just
small
because
stuff
you
that
might catch a
get
vibe with
in the
somebody.
top
You might
five,
catch a vibe with
hygiene.
somebody.
You would assume a bitch brush her teeth.
Yeah, no.
You would assume, but
Nah.
not everybody don't do that though. You can't assume
Nah,
that.
but think about it this way: if you go in a relationship with somebody, you might assume that they're gonna be honest or gonna be loyal, right?
Or communicative.
You know what I mean? All those things, right?
You don't
You
assume that.
You
though.
assume that?
I don't assume that.
Okay, so how you go about it then?
You talked. That's the dating part.
Nah, but okay, but like, there's so many instances where like people get cheated on, right? Even if they were having those conversations early on, right?
Right.
You still get cheated on. Rather somebody who said, "Oh
Then
yeah,
you
I'm
were-
so
then you were
down for
wrong.
you, I'm so into you," blah blah blah.
Yeah, that means you were wrong. Like
that's
if you
it.
decided they were honest and then they cheated on you, you were just wrong.
No, but if it's like okay, let's go back to like having that conversation, right? And being communicative, right? And you know, being able to see through your communication with this person that they're, you know, they have honesty in them, they have loyalty in them, right? It's like, do they really though?
Honestly, I think the only thing to assume is hygiene. Like that's it. Because like that'd be number one on everybody's list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like in
Yeah.
for like ambition or self awareness or like things like that, you just can't assume. Like those are things that you're only going to gain after just knowing them for a certain period of time. Like,
Yeah.
you can't just assume that.
It's not that
You need
shallow
it.
though. It is a little bit. You didn't say
What?
communication or loyalty or like.
Yeah, and then it's
No, what do you look for in a woman?
Yeah, exactly. But if they're a
you
horrible
asking
communicator,
him.
if there's a
I
horrible,
guess the thing is, I'm a single guy right now, right? And I've been in long relationships where it's like, I've had situations where we talk about we talk about being so loyal to each other and being down for each other,
Yeah.
and it's like the first girl that I ever like really loved, like I loved her, and we were gonna like I would have died for this girl. She ended up getting an arranged marriage, right?
while she was in a fucking relationship with you,
Yes, right? Nah, because it's
Who arranged it though? Her
her
parents?
parents. Yeah, her parents, right?
Is that really her on her though? Is that really on her
fucked up,
if her
man.
parents are the ones to arrange and did they arrange it for religious reasons?
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter really.
Yeah,
I think
but I know, but
she
she
still
didn't.
went through with it, is what I'm saying, right? So it's
I know,
like,
but you make it. I get what you're saying, but it's not like she was the one who arranged it or she
No,
participated.
you have to agree.
You have to agree.
It's not slavery.
It's
You have to
not-
agree.
yeah, so it's like, you know what I mean?
That is crazy. Mid relationship, I've never heard of that
like,
before.
I'm honestly, we were
How
like,
long were you guys
we were
dating
like
for?
3 years strong.
What the fuck? 3 years is
Niggas,
crazy.
3 years strong. I swear to God, bro. This
And
is like
she
the
was
love.
like, "Pops got me a man."
and nah,
I
it was
think
like
I'm gonna
both
marry
her
him.
parents.
How the fuck do you even bring that up, bro?
It's
How do
insane.
you even bring that up?
So she definitely was lying to you leading up to that point because she had to have known about.
That is crazy.
Nah, so she obviously told me about it, right? She told me briefly about it because so this
Why
is
was
like
it briefly? Briefly's crazy.
nah,
that's-
because she was telling me that her parents had this idea,
Oh, okay.
you know, and it was like she already said I'm not interested, blah blah, you know, but it's like
So she lied.
yeah, no, she really wasn't interested, right? Because like we were still together, we were still strong,
You
right?
still believe that?
Yeah, because for one, because I think religion has a big religion.
Oh, okay, if it's
religion,
religion,
and
okay,
culture
okay.
plays a big part in it,
religion,
right?
yeah, for
sure.
She's a Muslim girl,
Yeah, it's game set match.
right?
Yeah.
So it's like she's the only woman, like the only daughter of her parents, right? And it's like in the culture, it's like a woman can't leave her house without being married off, or like, you know what I mean? That's how she gets
For sure.
out of the house, right?
For sure.
And so
She grew up in Canada
yeah.
and got arranged.
Yeah.
That is almost unheard of, man.
Yeah, her parents
Wow.
are like, you know, they're traditional,
Yeah,
and stuff like
yeah,
that. But like even that whole situation, right? Like we were, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Together, and it was like I don't know, like
You can't really say that because she married somebody else.
that's what I'm saying though. But it's like, you know, that whole situation is like, you know, like between her and I we knew how well we got on, right? But it's like our situation wasn't ideal for her parents, right? So she couldn't go through with us the way she wanted because
Do you think it's
wouldn't make-
because of your life, your choices at that time in your life? Because you weren't-
well, her parents obviously didn't want her to be with no artists.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
Yeah.
they want her to be with somebody with a stable job who
Yeah.
works at the bank,
Yeah, understandable.
something like that. You know what I mean? So like, obviously it wasn't ideal because I mean, when she did bring up this situation, right? I was freshly signed to Def Jam. I was like, I bought her a ring, I got her everything. I told her, I'm down right now. Let's go.
What do you
Right?
mean you bought her a ring? You engaged her?
No, I did give her a ring, like to let her know,
What
like.
does that mean?
Like an engagement ring or like a fun ring? You got her a fun ring?
I went to the store to buy an engagement ring, right? But I didn't know really what I was doing. I was trying to like just avoid her from going over there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so that was my way of going about it. I didn't know the right way to go about it. I just knew,
No, you understand.
know, how could I just show her my commitment, right? And so I went and did all that, and
You got it back though, right?
yeah, I did.
You
So
didn't say that confidently. Bro.
yeah.
No, I did, because her mom actually told her to give it back to me.
Okay.
So they knew you guys were in a relationship?
They knew.
She couldn't have been that traditional then.
No, the thing is, our
Think about the
family
bullshit for a
was.
second.
The thing is,
Don't worry about it. We gonna get the one. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
They definitely was not worried about it. They
That's
definitely-
Yeah.
crazy, man. 3 years and,
Yeah.
and she goes straight off into a marriage. That's nuts.
yeah.
Did you
That's definitely gotta be hard.
you,
I'm gonna say right now,
It was hard, bro. I'm gonna hold you.
two
It was hard.
albums was written off of that relationship alone.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, there's a lot of
much
like.
Yo, that was the girl. That was the girl who inspired me to sing.
Wow.
That's crazy heartache.
I know, bro. It was.
Yo, turn the
I'm not
rapper
even gonna
to a
hold you,
singer's
bro.
crazy.
It was the hardest thing for me to stomach. The hardest thing. And then I think it was like
to a singer
2 years ago. 2 years ago, I heard that same girl. She had a baby. And I was like,
Then 2 more songs got rung off of that shit.
bro, that one took me. It took me, bro. It took me. I was
baby
like, I didn't see the baby.
You refuse to see it though, right? You don't even want to know what's going on in her life.
I definitely don't want to see it.
Would you be happy if the baby liked your music though?
What? It's a baby.
It's a baby.
It's a baby.
What if the baby like she tells you, yeah, he goes to sleep to your music? You know what I'm saying?
No, on God though. That's a thing. My mom used to tell me all the time that my favorite song when I was a baby was Craig Mack. What's that song?
Oh, Craig Mack?
Craig Mack.
I just
I know
watched
you're
that
talking about
Flavor in
documentary.
your ear. Brand new flavor in your ear.
Flavor in your ear. That's bullshit right there.
So you don't talk to her anymore, I imagine.
No,
Came out when you graduated
The
college,
thing is,
right?
our family is very close already.
Yeah.
So that's how I met her, like through family, right?
Yeah.
And
Insane, man.
yeah, it was insane.
Yeah, your life is crazy.
So how many
bro.
songs came off of that?
Honestly,
A hit record definitely had to come off of that shit.
yeah. I mean, a lot of my music that I was getting recognized for, was all about her.
That has to suck even more because that means like you're constantly reminded of That sucks. You see therapy?
No.
You probably should.
Nah. The thing is like
Avoiding therapy is crazy. All right.
it's just like it's life, you know.
Yeah,
and being
facts.
able to accept like what comes of it. Because I'm blessed at the end of the day, bro. Like I'm still alive, I'm still breathing, and I still have like I'm still able to do the things that I want to do, right? And I'm also too seeing things in the light as a single person is different, right?
Yeah.
So like how I approach things is different because I'm not worried about how someone else is gonna feel about it or if they're gonna have some, opinion that strays me away from how I want to approach things. And so it's better, honestly. I feel like I'm actually grateful for being where I am right now because I could have been, that guy married off. I could have been, I probably would have had a kid or something, but I don't have those responsibilities. I don't have those things tied to me. And so I have a lot of freedom I'm grateful for. And
Everything happens for a reason.
everything happens for a reason, right?
No way
So
to
it's
know
like,
why. It just happens. And sometimes you figure it out.
A question
Exactly.
I always want to ask each artist, and I don't know if we're going to end it or not, but are you ever like afraid of lack of inspiration? Like you'll get to a point where you've lived life where like it's not enough. I don't want to say drama, but like there's not enough conflicting things in your life to motivate you to write. Have you ever like fear shit like that?
I have this. It's like writer's block, right?
Yeah.
But like, where I get a lot of my inspiration for like writing and stuff is coming from like TV and film, right?
Oh, okay.
And so like watch a lot of TV or movies and stuff. Right now I watch a lot of Love Island. Like I don't know if you guys know Love Island. It's like this game show.
Yeah, my girl
Where?
watches it. Yeah, my girl watches it.
Girls.
Yeah, and it's like it's not for. I mean,
Why is he yelling at? Are you,
Now the thing
yelling
is,
is for girl. I know, but I'm just saying. But why say it though? He's saying it like I don't watch it for women, dog. Secretly, this nigga's
Women! Female mammals.
nah, but it makes for great content at the end of the day. You know what I mean? It makes for great
that's
content.
funny.
So you legit just be watching that shit and be like,
You watch it like unironically?
What's that?
Like you watch it dead ass?
Oh, I watch it dead ass.
That's crazy.
Now the thing is, it
Not
started.
even women watch that shit dead ass. They watch it knowing it's horrible.
So look, when I was dating, right, the girls I was dating, they were really into it, and I didn't really care for it, whatever. And just over time, it just
hooked.
kept popping up, and I'm like, oh, this shit hit right here. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
And it's like you see just the
That fake
dramas and
drama,
stuff.
it
It's
hits
just like,
different.
it hits different, bro. 'Cause I mean, yeah, I guess you could say like the producer set it up and stuff, but it's like real reactions out of people. Like
no, it's not.
Right, when three cameras are on the scene before they get there.
Hey, let's be clear. As you have now revealed us a lot of music stuff, and then that shit is all fake.
everything
Let us now reveal to you that shit is fake.
It's impossible to have cameras
It's
in every
impossible.
location unless you're watching Big Brother because they have cameras around the entire house. Like on most reality TV shows, All of it is scripted. Like all of it.
All of it.
Even if they
Even like Big Brother.
Big Brother's
No,
not.
Big Brother
No, but
has
that's how
like
Love Island is. They have cameras all over the whole house.
Is it live streamed?
It's every day.
No.
no,
Is
no,
it
no,
live
no,
streamed?
no. I've
is it live
no, no,
streamed?
no.
You can watch
it's
Big
edited.
Brother live on the
Live.
website.
Yes.
So you can see what they're up to at any hour in the day.
Big Brother has
Oh,
like
word?
security cameras.
Any hour of the day.
Yes.
Yep. If the
Yes.
season's going on, you can watch it on their website.
Yes.
But most other reality TV shows, like they're like, "Oh, could you do that again? We're gonna bring 3 cameras
And have different angles,
And then like they'll tell her, yeah, just like that. We missed a shot. Can we redo it? We missed a shot. I'm breaking up with you. Yeah, all of it is fake.
Ah, man.
But it's like I watch it knowing it's fake. Like me and John were watching the fakest reality TV show of all time when we were in Toronto.
Snowflake Mountain.
Snowflake Mountain. It is about a whole bunch of little like Zoomer kids that get dropped off into a forest, and these 2 like alpha military men are like teaching them how to survive.
Alpha strategy military.
Yeah.
Real tough military.
But
I need
it's
to roast for
all
protein
fake.
military.
But
man.
it's so bad, it was hilarious.
Have you seen a new show on MTV called Buckhead Shore? It's shot in Atlanta. They go to Lake Lanier, and it's fake.
I'll peep it. It was just
no,
funny.
no, it's
They
fake.
start
You shouldn't
stealing
peep it.
snacks.
It's fake.
He said, and they made it look like it's all drama, like it's gonna be conflict, and they're looking at it through a fake ass care package that they photoshopped it like a green screen, like they cropped the video to fit into the care package. So 9 times out of 10, they're not looking at it; they're just sitting there.
Yeah, all of it is like so
It's fake.
carefully like
Yeah.
placed.
He's like, we're gonna steal some of this supply drop and not tell the other group, and like, oh, they're gonna build some tension.
Oh, that's sus, bro. Because I did ask. I was like, I would love to be on Love Island.
Especially
No.
Love and Hip Hop is another one that's like extraordinarily.
Oh
fake.
yeah, no. Those,
Some of
for
it is definitely
sure.
real.
For sure.
Now, Love and Hip Hop is like the definition of fake.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Anyway, it is what it is. It's like music, you know. You kind of just have to place things in certain places to make it entertaining, and it's not always genuine or real. But you're not gonna tell me somebody else writing for me and tell me my life story is real. But like that is less real. It might still be a good song, but it's less real. Yeah, it is what it is, man.
I guess you learn the difference between the real and the fake.
You still gonna watch it though, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, goddamn, there's an episode waiting for me right now.
Damn, it's going
So
on right
you
now.
watch it all the
every
time,
day, bro. It's every day, bro.
But you just watch it all the time.
It's just every day. Like every day.
No, I'm
there's every
asking
day-
you,
there's
did
an
you
Like
episode.
daily episodes?
Oh yeah. So when the season starts, it's every day.
You watch it all the time, though, right?
I watch it every day.
Tell me every day.
It'll
man.
come every time. Whenever there's a season, I watch it every day.
All right, I'll
That's
watch
why
it.
that
I'll
nigga
watch
when we
it to see.
yelling, when Leady's yelling like, yeah, this
I'll
nigga
watch
be in
it.
my room watching that shit every day.
I'll give you my review, man. I'll let you know what I think. 'Cause I watched Too Hot to Handle. That was very fake, but it was also it was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was bad though,
Yeah, no, that was
but it was
horrible.
good though.
Yeah.
It was one of them
It was
ones.
cool. Some people from Toronto were on it.
Really?
Yeah. The last 2 seasons.
Oh
they
yeah,
had,
the
like,
black girl.
No.
Right? Wasn't there a black girl from Toronto on there? I have a bad memory.
Nah.
Well, thank you for coming on, my man. Definitely. Well,
Bless.
first of all, if people out there who don't know, we actually listen to review some of his music on Patreon. Sensational, it was amazing music. We probably should have said that early
Sensational.
on, man. And no, it was actually like, yeah, you're actually really, really great.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
A few other people we had on aren't as great, but no, you actually make like really great music.
Who, though?
Like,
Who won his
Light Skin
radio
Bobby
job?
is horrible.
Man, you wouldn't say that to his face, bro. Dead ass.
Well, I didn't know until later on though. That's the reason why I didn't say it because I didn't know his music before until
Want to
after.
bring him back for a reunion?
That's crazy. Part
Another-
two. Kind of let them know. Let them know where they can
Another
find you in
TV.
the album that you were. I don't know what album you showed us, but let them know your info.
All right, but you can find me on all platforms. It's jahkoy, JAHKOY. And check out my new album, Tangible. It's all on all streaming platforms. It's Tangible. Featuring, I got Fabulous on there, Pleasure P, Yaya Ali, Life Harris, Amal, Alin. I got everybody. It's stacked on that project right there.
Facts.
Yeah, once again, it's jahkoy, JAHKOY.
We'll put the links in the description. Make sure you go check them out. Any final words, Agent?
I think Masai Ujiri's about to break the internet, man.
Who?
Masai Ujiri?
You giving up Scotty, right?
Absolutely. Not. Scotty's locked,
I guess
brother.
you're not getting them.
Scotty's locked.
John, any final words?
Let me know when the next tour is, man.
This
Go out there.
nigga,
I
right?
want to feel that R&B presence.
He's an A&R, so yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm an A&R, you know what I'm saying? I just sit there.
Let's go,
Make sure the girls are comfortable. Make sure snacks are, evenly dispersed. I sit there. And then bob
Make
my
sure everyone's
head, what's
properly
good?
hydrated.
It'd be better. You know what I'm saying? I can do this,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Crowd serve.
And on that note, I thank y'all for watching another episode of Peer Peer Podcast. And until next time, we'll see you all later. Peace.
Peace.
But
We have thumbnails of him or no?
Do
I'm
this
doing-
right
I'm
quick.
doing
Look,
ad
just
in
look
post.
into
I'm doing ad in
look at
post.
this camera right quick. This is your camera.
I'm doing the ad in post.
Just remember, he
No,
said
I
that,
can't.
please.
I'm doing it.
No.
I'm still recording. If you look
I'm
into
doing it.
if you look into this camera and get a good screenshot from
We've
it.
done this before, and we decided we're never doing this again.
He decided. I didn't decide it. He was on.
Gene, sit back down. And
I don't need to be on the thumbnail. Oh, you talking about the ad?
yes,
I was doing it.
We got an
You
ad.
can do it in post.
we're not doing this again.
That's what he said, bro. I'm telling you. That's what the man said, man.
Did you get him?
Wait, no, stay right there, stay right there. Now look in this camera right here, Jacoy. Look down, like no, not down, but like. This is what you look like that. So just look into that.
He
camera
can't
right
see
there.
it.
However you want the thumbnail to look. See your
He
face.
can't see it.
Huh? You know what thumbnails are?
Special ed.
Oh, just look dead into that. Yeah, dead into that camera.
He can't see because of the thing right there.
Fake talk. Oh, okay, bet. Fake talk.
So whatever, like
Grab
you
the
want
mic.
your.
Grab the
There you
mic.
go.
Grab the mic.
Fake talk. Guys, he's not a YouTuber. Come on.
You gotta grab a mic. Yeah, act like you're talking. Like you're talking.
all right, for
You
sure.
can do like a fake smile. Like maybe look into the distance, like one of those.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, like
There
that.
we go. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. There you go. Yeah. You can stop now.
You're so funny. No, do it.
Waleed. Is Waleed an A&R?
All right.
He
For
should
the
be.
podcast.
No, but for other performers of content.
Wait, can I stop it now? We good?
Yes. Hey, John.